We're live. It worked. I think it worked. We'll find out. Whatever. Who cares? All right.
Looks like you're right.
I guess I should wait for Nicky Hill at least until 3:15.
Oh, I didn't
Like
realize
20
he was coming.
seconds from now. As far as I know, he's coming. I'm coming.
Can we curse at this point?
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
No, it's 3:15 now. I'm so sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, you know what's funny? The rule on YouTube is don't curse. You know this from H3. Don't curse within the first 5 minutes of the show.
Oh,
And then
okay.
after that. But
All right, then
I don't care. We do not care. If you want to, go right ahead.
No, it's okay. It's no problem.
Can you say what you're going to say, but censor the cursing?
No, because that's the fun. It's a joke,
Ah.
and that like the cursing is actually kind of the punchline.
Sometimes I think the cursing is funnier when you just say the first letter. Like FU and your A is pretty funny. Or if I said the full F, but then still went with
Well,
A.
here's
that
the
would be
thing:
funny.
it's not going to be that funny anyway, because it's a rip off of Norm Macdonald, and only he could do like the cadence that he does. But I was just gonna like tell a quick joke related kind of to Nicky Hill, because you said Nicky Hill's name, and I was like,
Well, you want to save it for. Oh, you don't want to save it because you want to curse. What
yeah,
a
it doesn't matter.
conundrum.
It doesn't matter.
All right, well, let's start. There's something.
And might I
I've been
add,
getting a lot of Norm Macdonald on my TikTok lately. Like a lot.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
I think maybe I should open the curtain.
Sure. 3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo podcast. Webisode 84T. The Applin podcast. The Go Nintendo podcast is a part of the HyperX Podcast Network. Listen to our show and other shows on podcast.hyperx.com. Mom Brain, after you're done opening those curtains to smell that autumn air, can you tell us about Applin, please? Oh, smell it like a cat smells the sunshine.
Melon be smelling.
Melon be
Do you know I
smelling.
work
All right.
with someone who's never gotten a melon be smelling?
Really?
Something wrong with them.
Not
Melon
even
be
Finn
smelling.
getting a sniff in.
No.
You
Melon
could
be
standing
smelling.
there.
Arise, my son. I do. I love roll for sandwich, but I think melon be smelling is my new top favorite. Roll for sandwich is number 2. It's very close, but melon be smelling I think has to be the top. Mom Brain, please tell us about Applin.
This is fantastic. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
It spends its entire life inside an apple. It hides from its natural enemies, bird Pokemon, by pretending it's just an apple and nothing more.
Mhm.
This is my new life trajectory.
To live inside of an apple,
And
like that
pretend-
worm from Richard Scarry's Busy Town.
Yeah, lowly
I
worm.
guess he doesn't live. I know he does. It's an apple, right?
Oh,
He's
really?
not in it all the time, but
Wasn't the apple like his car or something?
he does have an Apple car. That is
You're
true.
a
I
big
thought
Richard Scary fan, right?
loved Richard Scary. Dick Scary. We're that close. I think his house is also shaped like an apple. I could be wrong though. But that hat,
Yeah, that would make sense.
man of fashion. Lowly Worm is a fashion icon. Mark my words.
He had like a
Mark my
William
worms.
Tell hat or something, right?
Mark my words. The man that doesn't wear anything but a hat is a fashion icon. Mom Brain, please
Doesn't
continue.
he wear lederhosen?
He's a worm. What does he wear it on his body?
I feel like in my mind's eye, I see Lowly Worm wearing lederhosen.
Yeah, but he doesn't have shoulders.
Yeah, he's a worm. He's
All
got a
right, I'll have
head and a
to-
worm body. It's like Earthworm Jim.
I'll have to look.
Earthworm Jim. There you go.
Anyway, they are not even an inch tall. They weigh a pound.
Mhm.
They're male and female, and of course, the category is apple core.
Mhm.
Abilities include gluttony, which makes the Pokemon eat a held berry when its HP drops to half or less, which is sooner than usual. I don't understand that.
It makes perfect. Are you laughing at?
There's a
Lowly
lot
Worm?
of Lowly Worm art.
Oh, it's a real thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
from
yeah.
Richard Scarry's Busy Town. Oh, he wears a shoe too. I take it back. I guess he's
That's
wearing a whole bunch
great.
of stuff.
Yeah, Lily Worm's great.
I guess-
Um,
is it like a bow tie?
And ripen, which ripens berries and doubles their effect.
Thanks, Mom Brain. Mom Brain, I really apologize for this. Is there any chance I could have water in my water bottle? I'm so sorry. I can feel a tickle and like the soda beverage is not working. I'm really sorry.
You should be.
Even a cup of water would be
No,
fine.
no. I actually
No,
just
no.
cleaned the water bottle.
Holy hot damn. Mom Brain is here.
Well, she was.
Thanks, Mom Brain. Kirby's here.
Hey, everybody.
Autumn Man is here.
Mr. Autumn Man.
Deux is here.
Ooh.
George is here. George, how are you, my friend?
Not too bad. I'm doing live.
Glad to hear it. What have you been up to this week, George? Same old, same old?
Yeah, I'm trying to keep these Pokemon worms out of my limes and put them in the apples instead.
That's true. I guess if there's Applin, there's got to be Lyman too. Somebody hiding inside a lime.
Don't you think it's funny that Applin is like, you know what? I'm tired of being seen as food. I'm gonna hide inside this food.
You're right. Yes, you're very right. Hello, William George and Giant Reggie and Highland Tom, who suggests lowly worm rule 34. I would not do that. I can't even imagine what that would be like.
I think you can imagine.
That's true.
Lots of mucus.
Hello, Retsuza and Joshua Badu and Nico Darunia and Freddie Fro and Ice Dilbert and Sarah and Mom Perfect Brain, of course, and Anastasia Beaverhausen, Malik Halo, Steel Diver. Nico Darunia, I caught this. Thank you so much, Mom. I caught this before the podcast. I see you left it at 2:42, but I wanted to bring this up. Nico Darunia said, cannot make it for the podcast. My crush just invited me out. Sorry. Very sorry.
Nothing to be
Wow.
sorry about.
Oh,
Sounds like.
good luck.
Nico Darunia. Oh, they're as of 3:16, they're still commenting. Nico Darunia, you got to let us know. Fill us in next week to let us know how this meeting with the crush goes.
Did you catch Nintendo's?
Oh, hello, Nintendo. I'm so sorry. It's my water bottle. And of course, the one and only.
I feel so bad.
My friend, my friend from the old college days, my old college roommate, Josh Grobot. How are you, my
I
friend?
am the world's best singer. I'm here to raise you with my
there he
weapons.
is.
The only one who can
Josh, I'm
upstage
sorry.
Josh.
Right? Did you do that on purpose, Nicky Hill, to wait for Josh to start talking?
Doesn't anyone care what I think?
No.
Whoa!
Got him.
Josh, what do you,
Thanks. Very cool.
Josh, what do you think of Nicky Hill?
Shut up. I don't care.
Neither do I.
Hanging and banging.
Hanging and banging, baby. Nicky Hill, how are you? my
Moving
friend?
on.
Good.
I know, right,
Moving on.
Nintendo? I was thinking that too.
What?
Got a fresh cup.
Moving on.
Yeah, if I'm gonna keep it short, I got to. Want to keep your.
If I'm
wanna
going to
your
keep it
boys-
short.
That story was
Boys high, you
boring
gotta keep them
and
dry.
dumb.
I'm gonna-
Dry.
I'm gonna keep it short. I gotta keep it short.
I
That's
gotta
true.
keep it up. I gotta keep up with it.
It's true. It's true. We're happy to see you. We missed you these last couple.
I
weeks.
No,
remember.
not at all.
Josh, ease up, man. We get it. It was a.
I'm the star of the show.
all right. I was gonna say it was an
A
accident. It was
big
an
hello
accident.
to my fans.
William George says Nicky Hill looking fly AF. It's
Thank you.
true. He's looking
Hello.
handsome. Somebody's got a birthday
Sure,
coming up
whatever.
soon. Looking great for what you
Old man.
20, 27, 26?
I just saw somebody that I hadn't seen in a long time. He's 51 years old and doesn't have a gray. And I was just like, man, I don't remember the last time I saw you, but I feel like I just saw you because you haven't aged a bit. And
You know?
Boring.
look at us.
I
The
think
internet is making us
Boring.
old.
I think the gray
Is that Josh?
it is.
Boring.
I think the gray is nice. I like gray
A
on
little sugar and spice.
I like gray on my men. I
I'm a
like
gentleman,
salt and
yes.
pepper. I like gray.
Well,
yeah.
This
Silver
way,
fox.
I look
People
like
always
I'm
say
old
looks
enough to have
distinguished.
experience. Or what is it? What is it? I look like
Oh,
I'm old
yeah.
enough to know what I'm doing, and I'm still young enough to do it.
That's right. Look at Anderson Cooper. He's
else?
always been he's always been a silver-haired fox, right? I don't know him with.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. When he was on the mole,
And,
he
and
had
Steve Martin.
silver hair.
Yeah, I'm cool with gray hair.
Steve Martin. There's another one. You're
Mom
right.
brain. I like
Leslie
these
Nielsen.
spectacles too.
Oh, thank you.
Nintendo. Leslie Nielsen. Nintendo says it's silver spice. That's nice.
Mm.
Yeah, it's the silver spice season.
That's right. Silver spice season. Everybody go to your local Dunkin'. Oh, I was going to say donuts, but that's wrong.
Dunkin'.
Your local Dunkin' and get silver
Pumpkin
spice. Get the Dunkin' spice, baby. All right. So there were things I wanted to talk about. Dew and I couldn't help ourselves. We were talking about game industry news before the podcast
Oh,
even
wait, before we get any
started.
farther, do you have any more?
Cookies.
No, what were they called?
Moon peas?
Moon peas.
No more moon peas. They're gone right
well,
now.
you guys have a nice podcast. Maybe I'll see you next week.
I mean, they're at every gas station. You could go across the street and
Are
get
they
one.
though?
Are they not at this gas station?
I don't know that they are.
Really?
I looked at Wawa, didn't see them.
Wawa, I know has gas pumps outside, but Wawa's more than your regular gas. Really? No moon peas at Wawa. That is surprising. Look that up on their website. But yes, the one
you
across
have
the
to talk to the guy, don't you? You have to talk to Bob in like Middle America somewhere.
Yeah, you have
and
to
he
send him an
tells you-
email.
yeah.
That's exactly right.
I
the
forgive you.
gas station across the street does have moon peas. I'm positive of it.
Well, after listening to the podcast, I went to a local Dollar store
For moon
Family
peas.
Dollar.
Dollar Tree is the one that
I think that's where I went
I found. Them at.
because you said that. And
Dollar
then
Tree, Family
they
Dollar.
had vanilla and they had pumpkin spice.
Moon pea?
No.
Oh my god, I want to try.
And I just didn't have it in
So
there.
I stole them. I was thinking about.
Yeah, you love seasonal flavors.
I do. My favorite thing is food that is seasonal because some
Especially
asshole
like
decided it
Hellfire,
was. Yep.
especially if it's in a video game.
Am I allowed to have a s'more this time of the year? Is that okay? Is
Actually,
this
is
s'more
the-
season?
This is
Yeah.
the s'more season. right?
Okay, just making sure because I thought you sat around campfires and had them, and people camp all year round. So, but only fall camping counts for s'more.
All right. I think here's the problem. If you go camping any time of year, yeah, s'more it up. But if you're gonna eat s'mores, recreationally, then you got to do it at a particular time. Of
Why
year.
can't
Fall.
I sit in the comfort of my own damn home and have
You
a
can't.
s'more?
It's the rules. I'm sorry. Those
Well,
are just
what
the rules.
But the thing
Sorry,
is,
I'm looking at moon peas.
You
okay.
can.
I can, yeah, but
The thing is you can't buy s'more
ingredients.
centric thing like s'more flavored items, but you can make a s'more whenever you want to.
It's true, I can, but I
You
want to
just
go
gotta have
out
that in
somewhere
you.
and get a s'more.
Listen,
I'm
if
a
you
man on the
if you
town
dig
looking for
down
s'mores.
Deep inside you, you can accomplish s'more season any season.
That's true.
Beautiful.
That's
Get that
true.
on a
You know what?
motivational poster.
That's gonna be my business, my next business idea. A place that sells what are supposedly seasonal things all year. Why is the effing Christmas tree store a thing all year?
Yeah.
Yeah, why?
I agree.
That's allowed?
That shouldn't.
Hey,
be.
listen,
And what do
I
they
looked
sell?
up.
Lots of non-Christmas
Christmas
things.
tree shops?
I looked up moon pies
Yeah.
on the Wawa website and got no results were found.
Wawa
Well,
website. All
in
right.
near Six Flags. There's a Christmas store, but they change their seasons. But it's always called like Christmas.
Yeah.
Or no, maybe it's called like holiday. Something.
You got to hand it to Spirit Halloween. They go away, and then they come around the Halloween
Well,
season,
they're
and then they go
Spirit.
away.
But yeah, the Christmas tree shop or store, whatever it's called,
Shop.
is there all year, and that's literally about one day, and that's allowed. Open all year? Why? Why? Somebody explain it. You
Yeah,
can't.
but they don't sell Christmas stuff all year.
This makes no effing
Christmas
sense. Are
tree
you
shops,
kidding me? They don't.
Christmas,
No.
Christmas tree shops is like
It's like a Big Lots, but
yeah.
cooler.
This makes no sense. Then why is it called that?
I don't know because
maybe because that was
Get
they
you
got their
talking about
start.
it.
you know I'm pretty sure that
Here we
they're
are.
like
Hi,
in the
Buck.
same
They're
whatever
constantly
as
changing their
Harmon.
seasonal stuff. Like,
Oh my God, are Christmas tree
no.
shops the same as Spirit Halloween, and we haven't realized it?
no,
What?
They closed down and turned into
No.
a Spirit of Halloween.
no, they're closing more Christmas tree shops because they're owned by Bed Bath and Beyond,
Which is Harmon.
which is Harmon. And
They're not
World-
closing Harmon's, are they?
I can't imagine they would.
Better not be.
I
Harmon's
don't
the
know.
greatest.
Harmon probably gives you a moon pea. There's something else that doesn't make sense. Harmon Beauty Supplies. What do you get there? Snacks.
Harmon is like a really great drugstore with
And
better
then-
things.
And Christmas tree shops has that stuff too. So they have like K-cup pods that are Junior Mint flavored, like
oh yeah, they
you
might
know,
have moon peas at
or-
Christmas tree
or
shop.
like milk. You go,
All
sorry, you
right,
go
I'm
in
back.
there.
I'm
it's
back
like
on Team Christmas Tree
Christmas
Shop.
tree shops is almost like
Gonna
it-
sponsor us.
It's the stuff that was too expensive for. Oh my god,
Too expensive.
Expensive for Five Below. This is 501 above.
Oh,
you know, Five Below sells
Not as
stuff that's more
catchy
than
as a name,
$5
I
now.
guess.
Oh well, they have to. Inflation and all.
I mean, they have like
The dollar store is now $1. What?
$1.25.
$1.25, sir. Well, as
You know who makes out big?
The man.
The sign
Big Moon
people.
Pea.
The people that are making those
Spinning
those
signs.
light up signs out for the instead of saying Dollar Tree, it's $1.20. I got to update the signs all the time.
My guys are doing really.
Those
well
are the
right
guys
now.
that are doing really well.
Hi, Tentavision.
Actually,
Tentavision says they have one of those right next to the movie theater we go to. Very convenient. Yeah,
Ooh,
they
sad.
usually do that, and because you sneak your candy into the movie theater instead of spending $10 on a box of cookie dough bites. Whoa!
well, that's what I was gonna say because that's what made me think of Five Below. Because when you walk in, there's like a bin of just like miscellaneous
Yeah.
candy
Throw
boxes.
it in the bin.
We're going deep with the melon be smelling today. I like it. But anyway, I was saying, Dew and I before the show, we're talking about game industry news, and this
Why?
is I know, right? Go Nintendo podcast. So we're going to
You
talk
like
about some
game industry things.
game industry stuff because it's been a crazy week. First off, there was the Rockstar leak of Grand Theft Auto 6. The 80 separate videos of the game leaked, and the source code for it leaked, and it was a huge leak for the game. Yeah, massive. But it seems that they may have caught the person behind it, or at least one of the main people behind it, which is apparently a 17-year-old man who decided, I don't know, I want to ruin my life before it gets started.
Is he a man? If he's 17, he's underage.
I guess not. 17-year-old
Boy.
man in training. Manlet.
Manlet?
Manlet.
Is that like a man?
So
You
yeah.
underestimate the power of the dark side.
Wait, it's GTA 6, right? That's the next one.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean,
All right,
yes,
just making
yes,
sure,
it
just
is.
Do
Yeah.
you
Hi,
think?
Piplup.
Do you think the very first month that GTA 5 is going to go from being on the top 10 list, and it's going to like instantly, it's going to GTA 5 is going to disappear, and it's going to be GTA 6? Do you think it's going to take 1 month to be replaced by the
Good
predecessor?
question.
Successor?
Replaced by the successor.
Yeah.
Replacing the predecessor.
Of course.
It could happen. Yeah, I
So-
think if the new one comes out, it'll debut at number 1, but I think it could push the other one out. Yeah, I mean, it's been long enough. So, but anyway, yeah, this guy stole his stuff and leaked it online, and it happened at like 2 or 3 in the morning last weekend. And I saw like a tweet from, I forget who it was,
teen
but
is up at 3 a.m.
they just I saw it on Twitter. You're right. Somebody tweeted out just like the old like shifty eyes emoji, and I was like, "What's this about?" And I clicked on it, and it had like 3,000 likes at the time, and I was like, "What's going on? Something big's popping off." And then I saw that leak was happening, and it was confirmed legitimate. And it was like the game with like all bits of code like on the screen talking about what does what needs to go where, and obviously unfinished graphics and everything. So as I was saying with Dew, people saw the game and they're like, "This looks like the last GTA. The graphics are terrible." Blah, blah, all this stuff. So a whole bunch of
People who are
developers
still buying the old game.
Yeah, right. A whole bunch of developers in support came out to say, listen, first, this sucks for Rockstar, but second, graphics are one of the last things you work on in a game. Like, here's what our games look like at that point in development. And they were sharing developer build footage of their games to show just how different the graphics were at that point versus when the game launched. Because I was going to say people are stupid, but that's it's not wrong. But people are just ready to, like I said to you, do dogpile and everything and be like, "Look at this, the graphics are so bad. This game's going to be so garbage. This game's dog water," as people say nowadays. So,
Yeah, I thought about that
it's
too.
just upsetting
Clearly, they
to
haven't
see.
had dog water recently.
Is it better? Oh,
Dog water.
dog water's coming up. It's mid. This game's mid. But anyway, yeah, it was
Tasty.
very
mid mean?
disheartening to say. What does mid mean? So mid means like
Meh.
meh, but usually when it's said, it's like meant to be as a really stinging.
Less than meh.
Yeah, really
Underwhelming.
Yeah. So
Basic. It's like a new like.
kids say it when they want to be extra biting. Something is mid.
Whatever.
So
This podcast is mid.
This podcast is definitely mid.
No,
But
this
anyway.
podcast is base.
Oh, a based podcast. All right, I'll take it.
Wait, what's base?
Good, based.
Do I have to be?
What world are we living in where base is higher than mid?
You're gonna need to look up the official Urban
What
Dictionary
rules, you
definitions
sons of bitches?
of these to get your standing. But a based take is better than something that's mid. So
Based, like with a D.
uh,
Based.
based.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like what you do to a turkey.
No, that's with a TE.
Oh no, that's it.
No, you don't baste it. You put it in a microwave.
What you
right?
do in your what you do in your twilight.
That time of the year's coming up, everybody. I'm gonna get sick. I ain't eating that. No way.
I get sick.
Gonna cook a 25 turkey in a microwave oven. I hope that guy's still alive. It sounded like he was on his last legs last time we heard from him. But
Well, if he ate that turkey, he's definitely not
yeah,
with
Last
us.
turkey leg.
Tenta Vision says base is actually kind of old. It got a big resurgence recently. Yeah, base has been around,
Oh.
but now it's riding high again. Yeah. What's your new term for something that's really good? Besides, like, what are people saying? S tier,
Oh, yeah.
king shovel. I'm trying to think of other things. I mean, based is still good. William George says, I got to get caught up on this young people lingo. Yeah, we're filling you in. You got mid, you got based, you got king,
Who
you
said
got
that?
I'm learning a lot today.
William George.
Sounds
said
like
it.
we got one person who would listen to our podcast if we ever made that.
It's an idea that it's got legs, but you know,
And clearly the lingo changes faster than I change my underwear.
I was gonna
so-
say the lingo, like it's gonna that podcast would depend on the pace of the lingo coming out. So
I mean,
we can't determine when the next big word is gonna happen or the next big slang is gonna pop up. So trying to think of any I've heard recently that are like fresh out of the oven. The lingo oven.
We got a new bongo.
But Ubongo, that's the new one
That's
that's
the new
coming up.
one.
Very popular.
did you see that?
But
new-
yeah, poor Rockstar.
Giant Reggie says moon pea is the next big slang.
That's it.
Moonbee.
And it's just
that's
a
a-
capital
Reminds me of
P.
Shooby.
That's a moon pea take.
Shooby.
Also, Apex Legends developers Respawn took to Twitter this week to be like, hey guys, stop harassing our developers on social media. You guys suck, which is true. Like, I can't believe, you know, things have gotten so bad. You know, Apex Legends is doing great, but things have gotten so bad for the developers that they're getting harassed and tormented and tortured online. People trying to get their information and do things to them in real life. And the developers have to publicly state, hey, please stop harassing us. This is not the way to live your life.
So
Yes.
I think we're all in agreement that big changes need to take place in the internet space, right?
That's a based take, yes.
But so that's a good.
That's good, yes.
Um,
Go on, King.
That's
Go off,
good.
King.
but
W. Nicky Hill.
Oh, Wiki Hill.
Wiki.
what's W for?
Win.
Win.
What?
W
God.
is for win.
I've been gone for what, 2 weeks, and I don't know.
This guy's really taking an L on the
Oh,
lingo.
Jesus. All right. So my whole thing was it seems like it's like a lose-lose because content creators depend on social media and the internet to like peddle their wares or put their info out there and like and advertise or like whatever. But the internet is the place. Somebody's nose squeaking.
That was me. I wasn't doing it on purpose. And
No.
as soon as I heard it, I got
It
away
was
from
just-
the mic.
It was cute. But
Look at that fat dog.
it seems like I don't
That's
know if more content creators remove themselves to remove that whole portion of their lives where they're getting harassed all the time and stuff, maybe we can reverse things a little bit.
So I just want to be clear here. You're playing
So
devil's advocate.
You're
I'm
victim
not trying
shaming.
to. No, I'm not.
yeah,
trying to,
right.
no,
Get off the internet.
No.
People being harassed, and you won't get harassed anymore.
No, it's just like if all these people who are getting harassed are like, screw this, we're not giving you anything. We're done. Like you don't appreciate anything that we do.
So they have to give up their passion
no
and their livelihood.
no, just I can't. I don't know how to say it, but like
I'm waiting for the explanation. Yeah, I'm curious where you're going with this.
I don't know. I guess it's
The people creating content, do you want them to
keep creating their content.
Okay,
Well,
but
when I say content creators, like I'm talking about like, you know, people who are making films, like filmmakers,
Yes.
game developers, all these
Yes.
people who are instead of like because the internet is just the place that's ruining it for them,
yeah,
and so we need to switch it up somehow or whatever. Like, you know, just take it.
You're saying we should get rid of the internet?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
Oh, well, that
Take
would
the
be bad
platform
for a lot
away
of
from-
content creators.
From all those other people.
Or perhaps we could focus on creating a more just, kind society,
That's
and
going to take a long
handling
time.
people's
Yeah,
mental
we're
health issues.
few hundred
Yeah.
years away from
Unfortunately,
that. Yeah.
things aren't moving in that direction.
Well,
Regardless
maybe,
of all the people who
I
are
mean-
trying to recreate that.
I mean, are there a lot of people trying?
I mean, it seems from like where I'm sitting, yes.
I mean, I would say there's certainly
There's
people
definitely a lot
trying.
of good people, but it's the negative voices that seem to carry so
yes,
much farther for
that's
some
very
reason.
true. The
no matter, like, how-
vocal minority is vocal.
Like, I'm not
extremely
shaming
vocal.
people and I'm not saying to shut it up, but like,
Shut it up.
I don't know. You just whatever. I don't know.
No, it's a
What's
real
going on
problem.
in the
I don't
games?
know how you get away from it because if you're creating content and you're trying to spread the word, obviously the internet is the place to go for that stuff because the vast majority of people are on the internet. You're going to reach more that way than you would on TV or on the radio, on the phonograph, or what the
even-
hell else is there?
Even if it was like,
Fax
even
machines.
if their only place
Nasty
to
faxing.
put out information was like a platform that was similar to Patreon, where like the people who want the information are the people who are there.
Yeah, but that's only
But-
your most ardent supporters.
But I imagine it would get to a point where even those people would pay money just to get on that platform just to cut you down.
Mm,
Even in that instance.
I can verify that. Yes,
Like-
that is true.
Yeah, it's so
Yep,
crazy.
yep. Well, we should have just stayed talking about slang and moon peas because
I'm
this got
sorry.
really depressing.
Well, listen.
Well, I didn't mean for it to. I took a really half-baked idea and started spewing my mouth, and then you guys really put me in my place. So
what's really important here is that Tentavision has this glorious fat toad on their patio, and the the Discord suggested they offer the toad some cheese. And the toad appears to be disinterested in the cheese. So I did a quick search.
toads love moonpies.
Perhaps I did a quick search. Toads eat larvae, spiders, slugs, and worms. Larger toads may take slow worms, small grass snakes, and harvest mice.
Mm.
So I mean,
Please
If you leave the cheese out there long enough, something's going to grow. on it.
yeah.
give us updates on what happens with the frog. I would like to know throughout.
It's not
the
a frog,
show.
it's a toad.
Toad.
And it is like a gloriously large
He's the
toad.
best.
What's its name? Rash, perhaps.
Oh, Zitz, Pimple, or Ray?
Ray.
All right, can I get the news jingle? There were a whole bunch of things I were going to talk.
I
I
can't
was
focus
going
on
Did you
to
anything.
guys
talk
think
about.
it was Ray, or was it me?
Oh,
Are
we
you guys
spent too
making
much
fun of
time.
me, or am I?
I think you and I thought it was Ray.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you, Mom Ray.
My pleasure. What?
I think I hear something.
NPD.
I think I hear something.
Hey, be quiet. I think I hear something.
Really?
Is it a toad?
NPD, 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 NPD.
Wow.
Is that what I sound like?
It is, Josh. Thank you as always. Yes, we got the United States software information for August 2022.
Grand Theft Auto 6.
numbers.
Remember, we have the top 20, but we are looking for the top 10 in particular, August 2022. Retail, so it has to be sold in stores to be included here. And begin.
Lime Farmer. George, that's not a game.
Lime Farmer.
Aw, poor George.
Animal liming.
Animal liming.
Yep.
Yeah. How about E-Lime, Elden Lime?
E-Ring Elden R is there. Yes, it is number 4.
Grand Theft Auto 6.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is not out, so
Oh.
it can't be here.
uh,
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Mario
Grand Theft
Kart 8
Auto
Deluxe.
Lime?
Mario Kart 8
Mm.
Deluxe is number 6. Yes.
Was it
Arceus.
Pokemon Legends Arceus is number 20. Yes. Grand Theft Auto is not on here, by the way.
Madden?
And
Minecraft.
NBA
This
the
guy's
show.
on fire. Minecraft is number 7. NBA the show, combining basketball and baseball. Let's see. MLB the show is number 9. Yes.
Nice.
No NBA 2K this time, though.
Is there a FIFA?
FIFA. No.
Okay.
No FIFA. No FIFA. There
Is there a Pokemon on there?
Well, we did Legends Arceus. Are you
Oh.
guessing another one?
Yeah.
Madden?
Okay, what one?
There's a purple one, some kind of purple.
Pokemon Purple, not on here. No,
Purple Nurple.
there's no other
It's one
Pokemon
of the
game on here.
starters. Purple
Hmm.
Monkey Dishwasher.
Okay, number one.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay, number one. It's a sports game. It always releases August every year. It is
Madden?
a yearly sports game. Madden.
Did I
yes.
not say Madden just now? I thought I
I
did.
might have-
Maybe I said
Did
it in
I
my
say
head.
Madden? I don't remember.
Well, if you both did, I did not hear you. I apologize. Number two.
Yeah, I might have whispered it.
Madden
It's
2.
a series,
Grand Theft
and this
Auto.
is the newest installment in the series.
Call
but
of Duty.
as we know, they screw up names all the time. So this is just named the same as the very first game in this series.
Oh.
Super Mario.
No. Angel's Alley.
Devil's Rejects.
Alley.
Devil's Hideaway. Devil's
Devils May Cry.
Angel's Alley.
How about
Demons.
Angel's Isle?
Demon Walkway.
I'm not looking for opposites here.
Oh.
Oh,
Jeez.
That's what I
Heavenly
thought you
Sidewalk.
Yep, that's it. Heavenly Sidewalk is number 2.
Is that really it?
No.
wanted. Wait, you said it's a sports game?
No.
Goddamn.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It is a series. This entry in the series is named the exact same name as
Monster
the first
Hunter Rise.
entry. And synonyms for the title are Angel's Isle
I can't think
or
of
Angel's Alley or
I can't think of a synonym for angels right now.
Heavenly.
this is amazing.
I have no idea.
Maybe
Halo.
maybe my
Xenoblade Chronicles
Maybe-
3.
that is on the list at number 10. Maybe
Holy
my
cow.
synonyms aren't the best, but I'm working with what I got here. Shall I skip and we'll come back to it later? You just want okay, well, hold on.
Alley. Path.
A synonym for angel?
Street. God. Blessed.
Ooh, blessed.
I'm giving you 10
Horizon,
more seconds.
0.
10,
Dawn,
9,
Horizon.
8.
First something.
7, 6,
Jesus Roadway.
4, 3, 2.
Oh, it's
One.
the Cult of Lamb.
Saints Row. Saints Row.
Oh.
Saints.
I would have done like divine
Divine means saints?
paddle.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys would have got it.
Wait,
Yep.
there's a Saints Row game now?
Yes, and
Oh.
it is called Saints Row,
Right.
just like the first one.
Okay.
Number 3 is this company, and it's
okay.
the first word in the title is this company, and it's a guy on. It's terrible. Let me think of this. The only other clues are going to give it away right away.
Oh boy, that's a shame.
Joe Shabadoo said blessed cul-de-sac.
Arachnid guy.
Spider-Man.
E-Ring Eldenar. Number 5. It's this one where all these characters are coming together from this very
Smash.
specific company.
Oh,
Disney.
the
The Di-
multiverse.
Multiverses.
Nice.
Yes.
What is that from? Is that Disney?
Warner Brothers.
It's Warner Brothers, yeah.
Like I
Oh,
said,
that one.
Arya Stark and Shaggy and
Hey,
Whatever.
Velma and,
Rick Sanchez.
Bugs Bunny.
Then you got Mario Kart, you got Minecraft. Okay, number 8. Very big toy franchise.
Lego.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yes.
yeah.
You got MLB The Show and you got Xenoblade. There you go. That's your top 10. 11 through 20. Digimon Survive, Horizon Forbidden West, Call of Duty Vanguard, Far Cry 6, Soul Hackers 2, Smash Brothers Ultimate, Gran Turismo 7, Kirby and the Forgotten Realms, The Elder Scrolls 5, Skyrim, and
wow.
Pokemon Legends Arceus. We don't know where Switch came in terms of hardware other than we know it wasn't number 1 because PlayStation got a big hardware boost this month. So they were the number 1.
Why was Skyrim on there?
You tell
Sold?
me.
It sold well.
Yeah, it was number 19 out of 20 for the month.
Because I'm talking about it on this podcast.
That's right. Convincing everybody to jump in on it. All right, there's your top 20. You got it. Currybo says still a good month for these long tail sellers. Yes, lots of long tail sellers on there for Switch. And then remember the the September NPD will have the debut of Splatoon, which will certainly be in the top 10, but where? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Has anyone here?
We'll just have to wait
Thank you,
and
Josh.
see.
No one here has heard of this. So there's this thing called the Nuzlocke Challenge in the Pokemon community.
Yeah, no nut November. I know what you're talking about.
We're not in November yet, so nut it up, everybody. Nuzlocke Challenge is like a self-imposed challenge.
Oh my god!
Where you give yourself restrictions to make a game more challenging or interesting. So to be like, you play a Pokemon game, but you don't use a certain type of Pokemon, or
Rainbow
you
Six Vegas pistols only.
Yes, exactly. We used to do quote unquote Nuzlocke challenges for Rainbow Six. Yes.
You were doing that with the game Elden Ring, right? Not Elden Ring, Skyrim.
What's his Nuzlocke challenge in that?
Weren't you
what self-imposed restrictions were you giving yourself?
Restricting yourself to like behaving in certain ways?
Not really. No, not that I can think of.
Like you would only kill a certain way, or like only stealth and stuff like.
Oh yeah, I mean it wasn't.
But he wasn't like restarting the game if he had to.
Yeah, it wasn't really like that. That was just more how I enjoyed playing. This seems to be more of like challenges.
Yeah, this
that
is
you
if
set
you
for yourself.
Yeah, if you fail the challenge, you start over. So, like one Nuzlocke challenge could be, I don't know, no Pokemon are allowed to faint or anything like that. But anyway, they're a big part of the Pokemon community. They've been
Pokemon where fainting is their ability.
Sleep. Their sleep.
That's my ability.
This has been a big part of the community for a long time. And Kit and Krista, who used to be employees of Nintendo, they used to host the Nintendo Minute Show. And they were like, we should do for one of the episodes of Nintendo Minute, or a few of the episodes, we should do a Nuzlocke challenge with one of the Pokemon games. And they're like, this is a great idea. And they reached out to their contacts at the Pokemon Company, and they're like, hey, we're going to do a Nuzlocke challenge. And according to them, Pokemon Company was very against this.
Wow. Because it wasn't November yet.
So Kit Ellis says, we pitched the Pokemon Company, and they said, hey, we would like to do a Nuzlocke run. What do you think? Here's what we think. Bam. So they said, we consider this to be on the same level as using hacking, ROM hacks. And this is Kit talking. Excuse me? This is just a style of playing the game that everybody can buy. There's no hacking. You're just playing the game. That was truly one of the more wait, what responses we got. So they they expanded on their story by saying like their contacts were very upset with the suggestion of this, and they basically got in trouble and were like, oh no, did we just put our jobs in jeopardy here because of recommending this idea? This is so strange. So they never did a Nuzlocke challenge because it was shot down. But then Joe Merrick from Cerebi, the website Cerebi, one of the biggest Pokemon sites in the world, said that somehow he believes that the information was misconstrued because his contact at the Pokemon Company International said, no, we got no problem with Nuzlocke. They, quote, don't care as long as you follow the confines of what's possible in the game. So if you're not using any external hardware or software that isn't official, then you can do whatever you want for Nuzlocke. And then furthermore, Pokemon Company International put out a statement, an actual statement to the public about this, saying, quote, the Pokemon Company International does not have any issues with fans or creators playing the video games with Nuzlocke rules, end quote. So what happened here?
So give Kit an apology.
Yeah, Kit and Krista deserve an apology. It might have been somebody at Nintendo where they were like, hey, because, they worked for Nintendo, and they were like, hey, let's do a Nuzlocke challenge. And somebody at Nintendo was like, no, are you kidding me? That's like hacking. We can't do that. And maybe they never bothered to ask the Pokemon Company. Maybe this contact at Nintendo or contact for Nintendo was misunderstood and mistakenly thought that Nuzlocke involves some sort of hacking or hacking software. Whatever the case, it was enough for Nintendo Minute to never feature a Nuzlocke challenge. But Pokemon Company International says it's A-okay. So I don't understand what's going on. Somewhere in the chain of command, somebody's got the wrong idea what a Nuzlocke challenge is. So if you are worried about Nuzlocke challenges getting you in trouble, you should be okay. But
keep worrying, because could get you in trouble.
Well, Krista on this podcast
he's heading towards certain death.
Also said that content creators that were part of Nintendo's program who were doing Nuzlocke challenges got culled from the program. So it seems like there's something here. We just don't know the full details. But as far as Pokemon Company says, you're good. Go do a Nuzlocke challenge all you want. So I don't know what happened.
I don't trust it.
Yeah, there's something in there with it's the Nintendo part. That's the issue in there. Pokemon Company is its own thing and they're cool with it. I think someone at Nintendo was like, no,
So do they?
it'd be like, marijuana is the gateway to cocaine or something where you're like, no, it's not. I don't think it is it? Right? You guys don't do cocaine, right? You
No.
guys,
No.
no cocaine here? Cocaine?
Mhm.
Yes, Nicky Hill?
Cocaine.
You may have said it. I'm trying to navigate the website right now. Sorry, I'm having a hard time. But
Okay.
could they have thought that like the Nuzlocke challenge or something was like, or incorporating that was like a speed run where people find glitches and like manipulate things, or
We don't know. Potentially, yeah. If they were like, if they thought a Nuzlocke
just to
challenge involved
reiterate-
you bending the game to your will, only using the game, not using external software or hardware, maybe they would be like, we don't want people to see our game being used in that way. That could be an explanation. Sure. Well, honestly, we don't know the answer, but
the Nuzlocke concept is just going into a game and they're self-imposed as the game is. It's
you are not breaking the game to make it run in a way that it shouldn't run. You are just giving yourself self-imposed rules, like you said, like we used to do with Rainbow Six,
right,
which was a lot of fun using only pistols in that game. We should go back and play that. That was great.
The old
Curvo
zoo.
says Nuzlocke runs are self-imposed gameplay rules, though. How can they possibly be compared to ROM hacks? I don't know, Currybo. And Pokemon Company doesn't think they should be. So I like I said, something got mixed up along the way. But you're safe. If you want to do a Nuzlocke and stream it, you go right ahead. Pokemon Company's got no issue with it. We got their official
Nuzlocke
statement.
just sounds inappropriate.
It was named
does.
after some guy, some streamer. His name obviously isn't Nuzlocke, but I forget.
don't
Look
know
it
that.
up. You'll
I don't
figure
want
it out. I don't want to know.
I want to know. I just don't want to look it up.
Guys, you got a chance to. Well, you did good on your NPD, but you got a chance to do even better because we got the European July 2022 top 20. July. This is retail, but it does include digital. So it's basically everything. Top 20 in Europe for July, all video games. And go.
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand
5.
Theft Auto 5 is number 1. This
Oh,
guy's starting off
wow.
Are you
strong.
kidding me?
Number 1.
Wow.
Why?
Number 1.
Wow.
Why?
Unbelievable.
Europe's into GTA right now.
Don't they
Just
know that
getting
the
into
sixth
it.
one is coming out soon?
They're
You're wasting your
trying
money.
to think of UK slang, British slang. They're chuffed about GTA. That's right.
E-ring, Elden R.
E-ring, Elden R. Number 17. Yes.
It's on the
Wow,
list.
What? I feel like that should
Mario
be
Kart
higher.
8 Deluxe.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Number 8. Yes.
Switch
All winners so
Sports.
far. Oh, he goes with Switch Sports. Does it make the list? Yes, number 7. Remember, these are all anything first party from Nintendo that is on the list does not include digital sales. This is physical only, while everybody else is combined
Monster
sales.
Hunter Rise.
Monster Hunter Rise, bold move. Nope. Sorry.
My Emperor, I failed you.
By the way, happy 20th anniversary to Star Fox Adventures, the birth of Crystal.
Their effects temperature.
Check out Crystal's history on Rule 34.
Crystalery.
What rules, you sons of bitches?
Rule 34, you sons of bitches. Go ahead. Anybody? Another guess? I'll take 2 more for the list. FIFA. There's a good guess for Europe. Number 3.
That's a good question.
Football.
1 more.
Oh yeah, why didn't I guess?
1 more.
Kirby and the Forgotten Realm.
Kirby. No, not on here. So I missed it. Nope.
This is the UK or all of Europe?
All of Europe.
Horizon Zero. No, it's not Zero Dawn. Horizon New Horizon. Whatever it's called.
No, you were right. weren't you?
No.
That's the first
I
one.
forget what it's called.
He
Too.
named the first one. Yes.
Horizon Second Light.
West.
Mm.
Horizon Forbidden West is number
Oh,
9.
right,
Yes.
right.
All right. So number 1 is GTA 5. Number 2, which was our
Horizon
number 1,
Forbidden
Saints
West.
Row. You never guessed it.
Did you say Bidwist?
Horizon
Oh,
Forbidden
right.
West.
Horizon
time.
Bid West. FIFA 22.
But I've seen everything.
F1 22.
F-
Gran
Yeah.
Turismo
Yo.
7. Spider-Man Remastered, Nintendo Switch Sports, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Horizon Forbidden West, Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Skywalker Saga,
Skywalker.
Far Cry 6, Red Dead Redemption 2, Rat Hat Redemption, sorry.
Thank you.
The Sims 4, Minecraft, only the Switch version, Dishonored, why? I don't know. 2
that's
Point
kinda weird.
Campus,
Dead
E-Ring
Honored.
Elden R, Grand Theft Auto Online, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and rounding out the top 20, Mario Strikers Battle League Football, as it's called over there. Nintendo Switch Sports was really the best-selling physical game overall,
Wait.
guys.
How about it?
There's a Grand Theft Auto Online and a Grand Theft Auto 5.
They're the
They're
same
both on
thing.
the-
But
They are the same.
yeah. 7.7 million games in total were sold, and 3.2 million of those were physical. Nintendo Switch outsold the PlayStation in Europe overall, and altogether throughout Europe, 310,000 consoles were sold, a drop of 19% year on year. That is due to lack of hardware in July.
Mm.
Currybo says GTA 5 still leaking good sales almost 10 years later, leaking in quotes because of the big leak. Yeah,
Oh.
GTA killing it, man. Who would have thought that adding that online component would keep that sucker going? But it did.
Probably Rockstar.
It was polarizing, but it
Well, Rockstar, I don't think expected it to be as big as it was. But when they saw people were willing to dump money into that baby, they were like, yes, this is where we're putting all of our attention.
Yep.
Rightfully so.
Bless me, bagpipes.
That's right. Hey, you want to hear some interesting facts about Super Mario Sunshine?
No.
I would
Next
love
story.
to.
Okay.
I knew Deux would be interested. Thanks to the website Shmuplations, which has been around for a very long time. Shmuplations specializes in translating old interviews that never got official
Yeah.
translations.
Tell me what Professor E. Gadd gets up to.
And they did some interviews about Super Mario Sunshine, 2 classic interviews. So go read those in full. But we picked out the most interesting tidbits for you about Super Mario Sunshine. At first, Nintendo questioned whether it was appropriate to have Mario use tools and items because they were like, that's more of a Zelda thing. Should Mario be able to do that? He's got power-ups.
Sure, why not?
But they said, sure, why not? Nintendo considered giving Mario a new piece of clothing. Anybody?
Lederhosen.
Nipple clamps?
Nipple.
Well, when they found out he had nipples.
That's
a fanny
right.
pack.
Fanny pack, no. Good
Ooh, the
suggestion for
fanny pack,
Sunshine.
I don't know, bathing suit? Like
No, but you're on the right track.
Scuba suit?
wetsuit?
No.
Underpants.
No.
Flip
Captain's
flops?
outfit?
It is related to, sunshine, hot weather.
Grass skirt.
No, but
Master
I don't
Higgins.
I don't hate that.
Speedo?
No.
Banana
Socks.
hammock.
I tried
No.
Pip-Up Water.
Very
Oh.
popular item of clothing in New Jersey, but
A chain.
let's not go.
A white
An
t-shirt.
A shirt?
A guinea tee.
An undershirt.
A tank top. A tank top.
You know how I feel about
I shouldn't
undershirts.
say that. I'm sorry. I guess that's
Well, guinea
inappropriate.
tea is not the worst thing you could call it.
Yeah, it's
so.
called a wife beater.
Yeah, that's the worst one. Some staffers could picture They said no tank top, but they're like, you know what he could wear that we could see him in. This also didn't make it into the game, but it's a clothing item for party animals.
Tube tops.
Oh, Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, Hawaiian shirt, yes.
Beautiful.
They ended up giving him a Hawaiian shirt, actually.
Well, and
Not in Sunshine though, but later on, right? Does he wear a Hawaiian shirt in Sunshine?
I thought
Maybe he
if
does.
you like beat the after you beat the game, maybe he wears one.
I will
or-
turn to the chat. I know he has that Hawaiian shirt with the shines on it, but is that in Sunshine? I don't remember.
I thought it was.
The chat will fill us
would
in
the
here.
tank top say like
You can unlock one, says
Seaside
Pip Up
Heights,
Water.
New Jersey or something?
I
like
should have
that?
been reading the chat. They said a banana hammock, ass like chaps, a sling bikini. Yeah, they were going to give him that thing Borat wears, I believe. Thank you, guys. Thank you, chat. You're always right.
Did you just call it an ass lick, chaps?
Assless chap.
I thought I
Okay.
heard Aslick, but you know.
Ass-like chap. Oh, yeah. When Miyamoto originally said he wanted the GameCube Mario game to be, quote, something wild. Hey guys, I got an idea for a Mario game. Something wild. When Miyamoto saw the initial ideas for what would become Flood, he
Something
was
is
worried
looming.
because he was like, I don't want this thing to look like a gun. Mario doesn't use a gun.
That's right.
So they were like, all right, it's a backpack then. So that's how Flood became a backpack. And they said with the rocket nozzle, the team wanted it to look
Nozzle.
like a pet's water bottle or a rocket toy. So they combined those together to make that nozzle. Early in development, here's the weirdest one. Early in development, Isle Delfino had normal human tourists.
Wow.
Instead of the
like New Donk City.
Delfino residents. Yeah, and that still weirds me out in New Donk City. The guy walking around in a business suit and the regular people just hanging out. I don't like it. Because why does Mario look like that? And the humans look like humans. I don't like it.
I agree. It
yeah.
doesn't. It's unsettling. I like the Delfinos or whatever they're.
Yeah, I was
called.
gonna say, what are they called? Delfino residents.
But I like
Delphinites.
I
I
like
don't know
them.
what they're called.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
much
just spray them and they shake it off
Yep,
and live
much
their
better
lives.
decision. There were originally 10 different nozzle types for Flood, but they were whittled down because, again, Miyamoto's like, listen, that's more of a Zelda thing where you get a whole bunch of items that you use in puzzles and gameplay. Let's focus it for Super Mario Sunshine. So there you go. There's your tidbits about Sunshine. Interesting stuff in there that we never heard before. Currybo says, are Mario and Peach not human? To be honest, the humans in New Donk City and Odyssey look weird. So it's understandable that they'd look weird on Isle Delfino. Yeah. Are they not human? I always thought they were human. I mean, if you go by the Super Mario movie, which everybody does, because that's clearly canon, then yes, they're human. John Leguizamo, as far as I know, is human. Bob Hoskins, rest in peace, was a human.
The character that TikTok you sent me, the guy from Police Academy.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Winslow.
What was his name in Police Academy?
Mauser, Captain
Mauser. Because I was looking at that, I kept watching
There
that
we go.
morph,
Thank you,
and I was
William
like, man, he
George.
would have played a great Mario. And then I was like,
Mauser was in
Bowser.
Mario, just not that Mauser. So.
Yeah. That's so funny.
All right, there you go. There's some fresh, I believe we got some other fresh old tidbits for you. Oh, we do. The next story. We have an interview that was translated with Miyamoto from 1989, where he was asked about the secret to success. Already a success in 1989. He had so many bigger games ahead of him, but 1989, I mean, you know, Mario was a thing, Donkey Kong was a thing, Zelda was a thing. Not that he did too much. Oh, he was involved with the original Zelda. But yeah, Miyamoto was sitting pretty back then. And Beep magazine in Japan back in the day talked to Miyamoto, and they were like, what's your secret to success? Here's what Miyamoto said. Well, what's worked for me so far is finding something I want to make that matches up with what the market currently needs. If you believe in your idea and that it's something people want, then all that remains is for you to polish and raise it to a sufficient level of quality. So no matter how talented of a staff you've been blessed with, if you don't have a clear direction for your idea, I don't think the game will come out of it. The goal is for each staff member individually to contribute to the overall finish of the work. So it's just a matter of having each person fulfill their role. And as the lead creator, even if the rest of the staff sometimes loses sight of the whole picture, it's your job to hold the course and make sure you keep to that initial vision. Unfortunately, I've seen it happen many times where the developers get carried away with themselves and they're having a really good time. Developers. And it ends up harming the playability of the finished game. So he's like, listen, clear idea. Everybody contributes. Somebody's steering the ship.
And
That's how you
had
make a
fun.
good game.
Yeah, basically everybody do as I say and don't goof off.
Wait,
and,
he specifically
keep
says
doing-
everybody contributes your ideas.
But
The
he
goal
also
is for
said-
each staff member individually to contribute to the overall finish of the work.
But if everybody
says
has
everyone should
fun, you're not
finish
going to
on it.
accomplish your goal.
What? Where did he say
What was the
anything about
last thing
fun?
he said?
Unfortunately, I've seen it happen many times where the developers get carried away with themselves and they're having a really good time,
Yeah.
but it ends up harming the playability of the
See?
finished game. Don't have fun. You're right. Miyamoto's secret to success is
Look,
don't
I
have
don't
fun.
care
I take
how
it.
I
No,
don't
he
care
can have fun,
how
but
he
it's-
tortures his developers. If the games are still good after all these years, hang them upside down by their toenails.
Reggie,
Do it,
are
Miyamoto.
the games good? Are they
I
fun?
try not to use
Reggie?
because he's like
Reggie, anus wedgie.
Is the game fun?
That's
The
what we're asking
game
you.
is not fun.
Oh, game's not fun. All right. Shillelagh says, nice insight. And as you say, wise words indeed from Miyamoto. I do wonder from time to time how many more years we have before he retires. Typical Shillelagh. We almost got a nice comment, and it's like, how long until this guy dies?
The other trick that Miyamoto didn't talk about is that Miyamoto takes all this money and he pays all of his people working for him with the gold coins in the Mario game. So they don't actually make the money, and he's just keeping it all.
You know what I heard?
What did you
so
hear?
Bad. Miyamoto, he's not having fun. He doesn't want his team to have fun. And they're trying to steer the direction of the game in another direction. And he's like, Miyamoto, not Yuamoto. Listen, I was talking to Deux source for his
Goodbye,
rumors.
everybody.
Miyamoto. Remember, everybody, Miyamoto, not Yuamoto. Moving on. I hear he's got that hanging up on a plaque above his desk. Remember, Miyamoto, not Yuamoto. Futures. I wouldn't have made this a top story, but what are you gonna do? Oh, I mean, what am I gonna do? I could change it if I want. It's my site, but here it is. It's a top story. So a long time ago, there was rumors about Nvidia making some new chip that might be in the next version of the Switch or the Switch Pro or whatever rumored name you want to call it. And now we found out that that chip does actually exist, the Tegra 239, which was a long time ago rumored to be in the next big revision of the Switch, whether that's a true successor or a Switch Pro. Again, what does this mean? Nothing. Because we don't know if the Switch Pro or the Switch 2 exists or if Nvidia is going to be involved or anything like that. But it does tie into the leaks from a couple of years ago where now we know, yes, it does. That chip does actually exist. So that's that. But it got the people talking. So
pre end of show rumor, Switch 2 is coming out in May. I'm calling it right now.
Miyamoto.
Not Juliamoto.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. Riv Silver has the most upvoted comment. And they say, I mean, the T23, I mean, the T239 is a Nintendo chip. As a quick summary of things up to this point, the Nvidia leak back in March referenced the T239 and NVN2, NVN being the graphics API Nvidia built for the Switch. Additionally, Kopita Semkimi, the Nvidia leaker, said that Nintendo would be using a custom T234, the T239 for their chipset almost a year before the Nvidia leak happened. Nvidia seems to have plans to also repurpose the T239 for a future Shield if they're adding Linux kernel support, which to me indicates we're getting a lot closer to chip production.
Who cares? I mean, I don't know what you just said, little kid, but you're special.
Thank you, Riff Silver. Your technological breakdown is lost on us. Obviously, other people got it because they upvoted it. Do not take our stupidity to mean that
your
you
technological
are
breakdown
stupid.
has led me closer towards my psychological breakdown.
Oh, that's good. All right, Josh, we're gonna go to the old commercial break. Could you do that for me, please?
We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
And that word starts right now.
Sequelcast 2 and Friends looks at movies and video games and franchises, one movie and game at a time. Hosted by Matt Bradley Shergi, Thrasher, and Alex Miller, been going since 2009, and we're part of the HyperX Podcast Network.
For every episode of No More Whoppers that you listen to, we will send you a 25-cent coupon for participating Krogers. How many Krogers are participating? None, but you're still getting the coupon.
And it's like 25 cents in $1985.
Right, so today that's like
28 cents.
No More Whoppers. Take that to the bank and smoke it.
On the HyperX Podcast Network and nomorewhoppers.com.
Mom Brain, it's that time again.
Okay.
Hey, Mom Brain.
Mm-hmm.
Class is back in session, and HyperX has the grade A gear you need for dorm life, remote classes, and for schooling folks online. Shop the HyperX Back to School deals going on at HyperX20.com to make your return to student life a breeze. Comfortable cloud headsets can keep you focused Comfortable cloud headsets can keep you focused in as you cram for finals with some lo-fi beats and stay productive with lightweight pulse-fire mice, responsive alloy keyboards, and more. Keep your GPA and your KDA high with HyperX products and accessories. Go to hyperx20.com and buy some stuff to make you feel like school isn't so bad. But as we all know, it's terrible. That last part was my part of the ad. Right.
Off script.
No, I did. North America. What do we got this week? Let me tell you. Tatsujin Rhythm Festival, the latest entry in that long-running franchise, is available. There is a free demo as well. Oh, I don't need to do this anymore. Also coming out the 27th, I believe. So very soon. Tunic has finally, or almost has finally made its way to the Switch. Life is Strange, the Arcadia Bay collection, also comes out on the 27th. That is Life is Strange and Life is Strange Before the Storm in a retail package or digital if you would like. And that's the remaster as well, which I say looks worse, but the gameplay and the story and all that is still the same. One Shot World Machine Edition, a game I've talked about during the What We Played segment a few times. Also, same Shovel Knight Dig available right now. Alter World, Animal Drifters, Animals Transport Simulator, Car Driving and Parking Games, Real Zoo Park. Yep. Arcade Archives, Rompers, Beacon Pines, which I believe is influenced by Twin Peaks, but it stars animals. Beerfia.
Sounds great.
Blabuffo. Camped Out. Blabuffo. BLOBUFO. Blabuffo. Classic Games Collection Volume 2. Car Mechanic Pinball. Cthulhu Pub. Dead Rain. New Zombie Virus. Dragon Ball The Breakers has a beta out right now. Draw and Color. Kawaii. DreamWorks Dragons. Legends of the Nine Realms. Drift King. Man, that's subliminal. Drift King. Eagle Simulator. Bird Zoo Park Flight Sky Pilot Driving. Oh, yeah, you should do that.
I mean, why should I? Dude's got it.
That was a perfect one. Easy Come, Easy Golf. Fast and Furious Spy Racers Rise of the Shifter Complete Edition.
Go on.
What? Fault. STP. Light Crave. That's all one word. All one title. Game of Dragons.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hoko Life. Kaiko and Kakash Coloring Book.
Popo Gigio.
Crack and Smash Volleyball.
Crack and Smash.
Learn and Play Dino Coloring.
Learn and Play.
Life in Willowdale Farm Adventures. Maggie the Magnet. Magician's Chase Missing Curry Recipe. Moncage. Moon Scars. People at the table might be interested in Moon Scars. I am interested.
Moon Peas.
It's it looks kind of like Blasphemous, and I believe it's a Metroidvania. So
Oh, great.
Okay, I'm interested.
Blasphemous.
well, I don't know difficulty wise how it is. I'm
What
just
was
saying
his name again?
Moon Scars.
Okay.
Moon
alright,
Scars.
Okay.
No Place for Bravery. Otoko Cross. Pretty Boys Mahjong Solitaire.
Go on.
Pio Fiore Episodio. No, Episodio. 1926.
In English, please.
Potion Permit. Puzzle Battler.
I was just
Mirai.
looking at Potion Permit.
Puzzle by Nikolai. S. Sudoku.
Puzzled by Nikolai.
Cube. 10th Anniversary. Reasoning of Courage.
We need an intelligent cube anniversary.
Right? Perfect. We need that on the
We
soundboard.
do, absolutely.
Reasoning. Oh, I said that. Roar of Revenge. Slice. Song Pop Party.
Slice.
Space Raiders in Space.
Spiders.
Spider Heck, which looks like a lot of fun. It's spiders, and you zip around on spider webs, and you slice each other with lightsabers. The Diofield Chronicle, a brand new turn-based strategy from Square Enix. The Legend of Heroes, Trails from Zero. That franchise is a Falcom franchise, which I don't know how many people know about Falcom, but they have their fans because they make great games. The Legend of Heroes franchise has now hit 7 million sold worldwide.
Legendary.
It is legendary. The Spirit and the Mouse, Mom Brain, you should check that one out.
The Spirit and the Mouse.
Yeah. And finally, Tip Top, Don't Fall.
Tip
There's
top
your releases.
from the top.
Kuribo, Tunic is the standout game, I think. Played it on Game Pass, though. Very tough, but rewarding.
Very tough indeed.
All right, Nicky Hill, our European releases are a little bit later this week.
Yeah. So,
I'm sorry about that.
no.
No?
What are the next European masterpieces?
Josh, not
Let's
yet.
find
Josh.
out with Nicky's sweet.
Oh, okay. Nope. Guys, we're finally gonna see
Mario's nipples again.
Mario's nipples in the trailer, the debut
Oh
teaser
my
trailer
God!
for the Mario movie. Comic-Con, October 6th, 4 p.m. New Jersey time 4. We will see the debut trailer for the Mario Brothers animated movie from Illumination. It's happening.
Finally.
You're finally going to get to hear Chris Pratt as Mario, Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach, Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong, I think he was.
Are you though?
Charlie Day as Luigi. I don't know. It's a teaser trailer, so you're going to hear Mario,
it's
I'm
gonna
sure.
be more than just like
They're probably going to show like a whole bunch of footage, and maybe it'll be narrated, and you won't hear any characters, and then at the end it'll be Mario as Chris Pratt saying
Mario as Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt as Mario saying, I don't know.
everybody loves a comeback story.
And a ticket of pizza pie. And a ticket of sauce. And a ticket of pepperoni.
But yes, finally, we also got a confirmed release date for the movie. The movie is coming out April 7th, 2023. It's happening, people. It's happening. Holy moly. I am excited to see this debut trailer, and I don't know what to expect from it. April 7th, 2023.
And when
locked in.
And when is Legend of Zelda Tears?
May,
which is why you
12th.
say the new systems will come out in May.
Oh, pennies dropped. Yeah.
Because of a movie?
No, because the game is coming out in May.
Yeah, that stupid rumor that I made up earlier.
Oh,
about the-
what, a revision
Made
for the
up?
Switch?
What? That came across your desk.
Tears of the Kingdom is going to come out in May, and then they're going to be like, yeah, here's a updated Switch to play it on.
Maybe. Well, we already know for sure it plays on the current Switch, but
Right.
maybe. That's my best
Not
impression
yet.
of what I'm trying to. An internet meme we've been enjoying a lot recently. It's not a new meme though. Maybe. Do you know what I'm referencing?
Nothing.
Oh yes, I do. Will you wear wigs?
Yes. Will you wear wigs? Maybe.
That was good. That was good.
When will you wear wigs? So yeah, October 6th, it's happening, people. So get ready for the internet to poop all over that. Currybo says the expectations. Oh, how embarrassing.
That was loud,
The expectations for this movie are like no other. I'm sure it'll be good.
I like butter.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it will be good. Yes, I'm gonna say it'll be good.
The trailer.
Because Nintendo is actually involved in
Yeah,
this
but-
movie, whereas they weren't involved with the first one.
What were your thoughts on the Simpsons movie?
It was good.
But was it like worth it?
Yeah, it was fine. What do
But
mean
will you
worth
wear
it?
wigs?
After waiting,
Worth it in what way?
After waiting for like what 15 years or something for them to make a movie and be like, oh, they should make. And then
I
they
wasn't
finally
like
did it.
every day being like
I-
they should have a movie.
No, but a lot of people were, I guess, right? And it was just like, oh, it's gonna happen, and then it happened, and we walked out of there being like, that was like a long episode.
Which, to be fair, is what
It's not
most
gonna
TV show, the
happen.
movie adaptations are. What did I,
what else
say
would it
that
be,
about?
right?
We saw a movie.
Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
Yes, where I was like, that is the only one of the few instances I can think of where I saw something that was a show before and I saw the movie and I wasn't like, oh, that was just like a long episode. I was like, that was its own thing, but it still felt like the show. I was like, that they did a really good job.
Again, I would like to recommend to everyone
Marcel,
to watch Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
It is great.
And
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty universally likable movie. Like I can't say like, you know, like I think most people would enjoy it. I mean, to different degrees, but
Not like Showgirls, where that has
where
has its
everyone loves
audience.
it.
Still haven't seen it. Still haven't seen it.
Didn't we watch it for movie night, or was it too long?
Too long. It's a
I think-
very long movie.
Yeah, like every time someone suggests it, we remember that it's like
I want to say it's
way too
over
long.
2 hours.
Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should have a special event movie night. Like
For
that's it.
Showgirls?
And also
You're going to
watch
see
it,
Kyle MacLachlan getting all kinds of weird.
and also watch it before watch it before the sun goes down, just so we don't have nightmares.
Sun goes down while I go up.
or we watch it in the backyard
Oh.
on a projector so that the neighbors can.
I don't
So
know.
that everyone gets a taste.
Josh, it's time, my friend.
What's that? NPD.
What are the next European masterpieces? Let's find out with Nicky's sweet releases.
Thanks, Josh. It's a shorter list than the American releases. This is the European Switch eShop releases for the week of September 22nd, the year of our Lord 2022.
Yeah, Nintendo Europe has just given up. They do highlights now, so they don't even bother showing you the whole list. So I got to put it together on my own.
Very quickly, by the way, I was in a meeting yesterday with my direct administrator and supervisor, and I was really upset about something, and I said the following phrase: how is it possible that in the year of our Lord 2022
Nice.
and somebody was like, are you getting religious on us? And I was like, absolutely not, but that's how I feel. That is how
Guys, listen
strongly
to the
I feel.
podcast, you would get it.
Right?
But I can't look at a calendar the same way.
All right, Nicky, take us through it.
Alter World, Beacon Pines. I think that's like a Twin Peaks inspired thing, but with animals.
That's what I hear, yeah.
Bear and
I
Breakfast.
might have heard some of that too.
Murphia, Birfia, Murphia, camped out. Ooh,
Get over here, Murphia!
I bet you camped out has
Nice.
s'mores, right? Got to.
It better.
The Diofield Chronicle, Drift King, Easy Come Easy Golf. I love finding more pups, collector's edition.
That sounds great.
Wow.
Monkaji.
That you should look up that one. I think you'd be interested.
No Place for Bravery. That sounds like a perfect fit for me. One Shot World Machine Edition. Raw Meat Cowboy has been talking about this for a while.
It's a good one, baby.
Pio Fiore Episodio 1926, the year of our Lord. Potion Permit. You got a permit for them potions?
I guess you would.
The
You know, if we could really make potions, you'd have to have permits for them, I'm
Who
sure.
says that we can't? I got
I
moon
don't
water
mean
in the
like
fridge.
bathroom sink potions where you're like, I mixed together soap and Alka-Seltzer. Like a real potion that like gives somebody a giant
Boner.
boner. Yeah. Penis
Have I been
potions.
drinking the moon water? As good as Miyamoto.
Puzzle Battler Mirai.
Go on.
Radiant Silver Gun. Real Truck Simulator, UAS car games, driving games, parking sim, car speed racing, year of our Lord 2022.
That's right.
Slice. Song Pop Party. Guys, what do you want to do tonight? I want to have a Song Pop Party. Spider Heck. Various Day Life.
Song popping each other's assholes.
Wow.
Great movie.
Various Day Life and Wayward Strand. Carry on, my Wayward Strand.
Is there a comment there, Nicky Hill?
There is a comment from Karibo.
Go on.
Karibo says, Bear and Breakfast looks pretty cool and cute.
It does look good. By the way, Karibo, you are destroying it with top comments. We haven't seen a run like this since the other person, I can't remember their name, years ago. They were in on the #1 comment. Kirby, you're my guy for that stuff. You're my fall guy for that. My autumn man.
My rotten soldier.
My rotten soldier.
My good time boy.
Sweet cheese.
But there was somebody who always used to have #1 top rated comment every week. You think about that while I move
I know
on.
who you mean.
Rare is involved with GoldenEye, and GoldenEye is coming to the Switch through Switch Online and the Xbox through Rare Replay. So they're finally making it happen, and everybody's like, how did it finally happen? And Rare's like, well, we just kept annoying people, and it happened. Rare boss Craig Duncan was asked about how this project came together, and he says they've been pushing for it since 2015 because they wanted it to be part of Rare's 30th anniversary, but they couldn't make it happen. It took 7 more years to make it happen. Mr. Duncan says, as you can imagine, things involving licenses and published games just have complexity. So my answer to your question is there were lots of conversations with our friends at Nintendo, the folks at MGM, the folks at Xbox, and we just kept talking until we made it happen. We made it happen. I'm so proud of that. Yeah,
Meow.
7 years to make it happen. That's nuts, but they kept up with it. Because Rare's like, hey, we don't do anything people care about anymore. Let's do GoldenEye because people remember GoldenEye.
Rare's back, baby.
Rare announced that game they were doing a few years ago where after they showed the trailer, like a year later, they admitted like they had no idea what the game was and they put together a trailer for it. So
I mean, it kind of makes sense though, because like I'm friends with like normal people who have normal jobs, not like big business
Not like
owners
you
and stuff
guys.
like that.
Hmm.
And it's always like, oh, we should get the gang together. And it's really hard to get people together. And now you're talking about like heads of companies to have to get them together. They're so busy.
it's
true,
7
years
Everybody
years
knows
sounds like
the heads of companies are very busy.
sounds like nothing.
They're very busy counting their money,
Yeah.
Yeah.
ruining the environment.
Kuribo
Well-
says, hopefully both re-releases are well received
Like
and everyone
golfing all
enjoys
that.
them. Sorry, Nicky.
No, that just 7 years just sounds like
When
a
it comes
short-
to licenses, it's tough because, when the game was made, certain rights holders had certain rights to the licenses. And then as years went on, those rights shifted hands, but everything still needs to be cleared. By the way, this story popped up again.
I was talking
um,
about rights, but it seems like there was a lot of wrongs.
Oh, this story popped up again, which was originally from an interview in 2015, I think, but it was about Miyamoto offering up development tips for GoldenEye, and he found GoldenEye to be too violent, and he suggested Rare do a different ending than what they had in mind for the ending of GoldenEye. And just in case you haven't heard this, Miyamoto's suggestion was James Bond at the end of the game going to the hospital to see all the people he shot and shaking their hands. And he's not wrong. How amazing would that ending be? It makes no sense for James Bond.
It would be pretty good.
Right? It should have been like a secret ending or something where just Bond goes to the hospital to shake all the people's hands that he shot. Man, that's good.
So, James Bond, I'm double so sorry.
What do you say? Sorry. What do you say when Miyamoto suggests this idea? Like he's Miyamoto, you're like, oh, we'll take that under consideration.
I
Sure.
mean,
I love that.
does
he's
Mario
back away
does
from
Mario go around the Mushroom Kingdom saying I'm sorry to all the Goombas he squashed?
But
Or their
they're
family
they're
members?
subhuman. They're
Yeah.
subhuman, and there's no guns. So.
How does a guy who makes a suggestion like that not allow fun amongst his developers? I mean, that like is ridiculous.
Because after the game is finished, he goes to the hospital where all of his developers are like recovering from
Yeah.
all the work,
Goes
and
to
he
shake their hands.
apologizes.
From all the tea tables. That
That's true.
smashed
And it's not
into
even
them.
an apology. He goes and he just shakes their
Shakes
hands.
their hand like a good show. Good show. Detective Pikachu 2 was announced a while ago, or a follow-up to Detective Pikachu. The game was announced a while ago, but we haven't seen it. Where is it? Well, it seems like we might be seeing it soon because someone on LinkedIn, we're not going to name names, but someone on LinkedIn updated their profile to say that they worked on a number of projects, including Detective Pikachu 2. Again, we're talking about the game, not a movie sequel, the game. And it said we should be hearing
It's
about it
fun.
soon. So releasing
still
soon.
never
So
watched it, right?
2023. I have not seen it.
Oh,
No.
my.
Listen. I know everybody calls me a fanboy of all things Nintendo, and I do love the Pokemon franchise, but
I'm a hardcore gamer.
I'm not against watching the Pokemon movie, but when you're doing a Pokemon movie, I want one where people are battling with Pokemon as the main story. I don't want one about a detective
But they're
Pikachu.
making a movie, so it's got to be a story that ties it all together. And guess what? They freaking did it. They like.
Listen,
it's a
I will
cohesive
see it.
story that involves characters.
I
and-
won't not see it, and I love Mr. Mime,
Am I
and
the
he's in
only
the
one at
movie.
this table who watched that movie?
I didn't see
I
it.
couldn't really get through the first 10 minutes.
My sister loves it. She thought it was very good. If she were here,
Seen
she
it
could talk
twice.
about it. D says hi, says, what? It's strange how they said they were working on a Detective Pikachu for Switch. Then we got Snap, Arceus, and now Scarlet Violet, and still no official word. I hope it's real, as this is the only Pokemon game I would be interested in right now. I'm skipping Scarlet Violet unless there's something compelling for me announced soon. Yeah, it's real. They're doing it. Just we
Violet.
haven't gotten
That's
it
what
yet.
you were talking about before on Brain.
That's yes, but thank you.
You said
Purple,
purple.
violet. Yeah, I mean, but okay.
Are you serious right now?
Know what I mean?
I never made the connection at all. I think of the name of the game. It'd be like me saying Pokemon Orange. That doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm. That's why when I say Kirby and the Forgotten Realms, he has no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, when it starts with Kirby, I get it.
This one started with Pokemon. What else was there to get?
I mean,
And
I
purple and
acknowledged. I wasn't like, no, it's purple. It's purple. I was like, it's purple or something like that.
I don't even remember the Pokemon ties to it. That probably would have sold it for me, but I just heard the purple, so I was not connecting it. Listen, I didn't make the
Preparing
connection.
myself
I
to
didn't make the
forgive you.
connection.
What?
Pokemon. I'm trying to think of another kind of purple.
Fuchsia.
Pokemon Fuchsia.
Lavender.
Eggplant.
Eggplant. Periwinkle. You guys are good.
Goldenrod.
Our last
Puce.
Oh well, but it's
Periwinkle's
more
more
like
blue.
a blue, right?
a blue.
Yeah, I was just trying to think
Make
of
it pink.
weird color names.
Periwinkle blue eyes.
So our final top story, Splatoon 3. There's cheaters out there, people. If you've been inundated
gonna
with
cheat.
attacks from the Tenta missile, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. There is a bug, glitch, hack, something going on where some cheaters are spamming the Tenta missile. So as you know, specials in Splatoon need to be built up by inking territory and shooting in general. And once you reach a certain level, then your special is filled and you can use it once and it depletes and then you have to go through it again. But some sort of glitch, hack, whatever, is allowing people to use Tenta missiles for as long as they want. They just keep launching them out there. We have footage of it happening. This is a glitch. This is a hack. This is a bug. This is a something. Nintendo has to step in and fix this. So if you've been annoyed online by being bombarded with Tenta missiles, again, it's not you, it's the cheaters out there, and you are not wrong for thinking that there's too many Tenta missiles going on because of this hack. Nintendo has not commented on it unless they said something today. I have not covered the site today. So as far as I know, they haven't said anything, but yes, there is a problem out there. Crimson Lore has the most upvoted comment, and they say, the replay feature added to Splatoon 3, making cheating like this easily exposed, is the real hero here. Yes, you can now do a replays feature in Splatoon 3 to replay matches, as in watch replays. And now you can clearly show when there's cheaters out there and fire it off into the internet. So there you go. I actually, I didn't do a replay, but I saved some gameplay footage of Splatoon 3 from the single player, because I accomplished something by the skin of my teeth, and I was very proud of it. But we'll talk about that in a minute. But it is time to talk about what we played. Mon Brain, what have you been playing?
I didn't play anything.
Thank you, Mon Brain. Kirby.
Actually, I didn't really play anything either.
Thank you, Kirby. Nikki Hill.
Played solitaire.
We saw that.
Yeah.
See
Got
house
back-
G's.
Got back to work. Finally.
Got back to work on solitaire.
So now I don't have a lot of time to play other games, even though when I did have the time, all I played was solitaire.
But you did in the last few weeks make some plays, so that we recognize
You know what I did?
that.
I don't know if it was this week or the last week, but I did. I started Portal 2, but I didn't go back to it. But my oh my, that's Stephen Merchant. He is such a pleasure to listen to.
Yeah,
he's got a way of speaking that just it really does it for me.
He does an excellent job.
He is great. He's calming too, even when he's not calm. But that's all I played. What about you, Do Michaels?
Thank you. I played a little bit of Skyrim, still stuck in that world, chipping away at the missions. Every time I chip away some missions, some more pop up. But what is popping up are all the glitches.
Oh.
So basically, when you look at, for instance, when you look at your mission list, at the very bottom, there's a miscellaneous list where like all the very, very small tasks like accumulate. And I like to go through all of those because I don't have like OCD, but I do like things to be neat and tidy. So I like to go through the list and try to do these missions. And as I've been going through, there's a couple that like glitch out. So it'll be like, visit this shrine, but I've already done it, but it won't like take it off the list. So there's literally like 12 or 13 or 14 miscellaneous tasks that are all glitched out. They're just there driving me crazy. They like, I've either done them or I can't do them because they're like glitched.
That would have
10 years later, can't fix them.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's funny because like I mean, they're not game breaking, but it's really annoying. And I've never there'll never be another game with so many glitches that I can put up with like that. I don't know how I do it, but heck, I'm having a good time doing it. So yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping to get bored of it soon.
It's had its claws on you for a few weeks now.
I'm like getting to the end. Like
it has to have been a month at least now, right?
It has been. It's been a month. It's been a whole month, and I've been going crazy. I'm on like the last story mission, but there's still a bunch of like side missions.
Getting a good groove in that new sofa of yours, though.
I had to move. I had to move the sofa, and like it blocked the front door because I was like, "This groove is too ridiculous."
You serious?
I'm dead serious. So I moved the couch.
Just slide down. Yet you moved the sofa so that your position was the same.
I had to be in front of the TV because like the left side of the couch where I'm sitting right now is right in front of it. But like when I sit in the middle or on the right side, I get like a little crick in my neck, even though it's a small angle. So yeah, so I moved the whole. I mean, it might have been a fire hazard. Who knows? But like I moved.
Who knows?
And it's one of those. It's one of
I've
those.
been using the window to get in and out of the house.
It's one of those electrical.
It's not even my house. I don't know who lives there, but they haven't been home.
It's one of those electric reclining couches too. So I had to like unplug it and plug it into a different outlet, and like it was like a whole thing. Just trying to like avoid an ass groove, which is there anyways. But yeah, the couch is getting a good workout, and yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, look, I'm still having fun. I've been seeing a bunch of things that I haven't seen before, for better or worse. Like the Dawn Guard DLC, I never really played that, so I went through and I beat all of that and hated it. But man, it was awful. It was so rough.
But I did it.
But I did it. And it got it off of my missions list, and that's like all that mattered to me. But I did it, and it got it off of my missions list, and that's like all that mattered to me. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing. And I played a bunch of Splatoon as well.
Highly and
Splatoon
Tom
3.
agrees with you about Dawn Guard.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's awful. Thank you very much, Highly and Tom, for the backup. But yeah, it was really, really disappointing. Just I won't even go into it. Like, it's old, and I'm talking about an old game and an old DLC, so you don't have to hear me talk about it. But I've been playing a lot more Splatoon 3. That game's very fun. We played some Salmon Run one night.
Oh yeah,
with
baby,
the boys, and that was really fun.
Got our asses kicked.
It was a nice challenge too. You know, like I'm not into the challenge as much as you are, RMC, but like when you're doing it with friends, I can stand it more. Like if it was just me playing a challenging level, I probably couldn't keep at it all the time. But when I play with you, it you know, it's always like
the victory is always sweeter with friends.
Yeah. So we had a fun time doing that, and then I played a bunch more of the single player, which is excellent.
Where are you at in that now? Like which island or whatever you want to call it?
So I'm just finishing. I just finished up Site 4.
Oh, we're getting there.
Yeah, it's got like there's that part in 3 where you can either go to 4 or 5. I went to 4, obviously, and then did that, and now I'm gonna move on to 5.
The appropriate way to do it. That's right. That's what I did.
So yeah, but most of the levels are really, really fun. Some of a lot of them are stressful, to be honest with you. For some reason, I find them a little stressful, but when I finish them, it's always very rewarding. And some of the levels are just so creative, like just a ball to play through. And
there's one I want to talk about, but I don't want to spoil it. It's not a stressful level, as in there's no time or anything, but you have to do something to a bunch of boxes.
Yeah, I just did that level. That when I first jumped into that level, I almost turned the game off. I was like, nope, not doing this. And like then I couldn't figure out how to quit. And I was like, you know what? Let me just like take a little look. And to be honest, I could do a whole game like a Captain Toad style game of just like puzzles like that, because it was really fun.
It sounds like we are talking about the same one where you have to match the thing on the side.
Yeah, like there's
the design.
There's like a bunch of boxes in the design, and then on the other side you have to break.
I went into that level and I saw that, and I was like, this is going to be tough. I was like, this is going to take a while, but there was something about it. I was like, this is fun.
It was a lot of fun, and it's the kind of challenge where almost like a Minesweeper or something, where like the further you get into it, the more fun it gets. Because it's like you're starting to see things take shape.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, I can clear out this whole row now. I get this.
Yeah. So
now, did you do it? I did break one box at a time. I was too afraid to charge all the way up and just blast through a line.
Yeah, you kidding me? I broke them one at a time as slowly as possible. I like triple checked everything before I broke stuff. And what's funny is, thank goodness it was symmetrical, because I was doing it. I was making it look like the inside and like it was working.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh no, it's supposed to be on the outside. Like, but no, it was all good. So yeah, music's great, gameplay's great. It's a lot of fun. It really is. Like I said last week, it's got a very Mario vibe to it.
Very Mario.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I would say it's definitely worth it. It feels like a real game. It doesn't feel like just like an online game only.
Yeah,
like
it's a whole single player regular game in the multiplayer game. It's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
But we'll see. Like I said, we'll see what happens this week. I'm personally surprised that I'm still playing Skyrim. Like I haven't gotten that like, because there's going to be a day where the switch flips, and that entire month that I played, all those hours that I put in, and I'll never pick that game up again for like another 5 years or something. It's just going to happen, and I don't know when that will be. And it's not that I want it necessarily to come, because I am enjoying my time, but I do have a couple of October themed games like lined up.
Do you? Like what?
I've got that game. There's a game called Inmost that I downloaded during the sale. That looks really weird. Looks kind of creepy. And then it's like a 2D creep fest. I don't know what to call it. And then I downloaded a game like a couple weeks ago when it was on sale called The Suicide of Rachel Foster.
I've heard of it. Yes, I almost played that when it came out, and something got in the way. Like I just never got around to it.
It's supposed to be in the vein of Edith Finch and Gone Home, and all that stuff. So
I remember watching trailers for it. Yeah,
and it was. I don't remember what the sale was, but it was pretty decent. And I was like, you know what? That's the kind of thing that I like, and it's getting around creep time of the year.
It is. I know Kirby's a big fan of creep time.
It's true. I'm big creep time.
So we'll see. Hopefully I'll have new news next week about what I played. Thank you for listening for what is this, 4 weeks straight
of Skyrim.
No, it's been fun.
Nice.
Bringing back fond memories.
It's a lot of fun. I killed Cicero today, actually, this morning. The Night Mother and Cicero. Anyways, spoilers.
Well, thank you for sharing, dude.
Thank you.
Raw
yes,
meat.
sorry.
Oh, yes.
Raw meat. We're interested in what you played this
Oh,
week
thank
and how
you.
you liked them.
Thank you for asking. I also played Splatoon 3 with Deux, as was stated. We did some Salmon Run, and I said Salmon Run. We were talking. Salmon Run's difficulty level goes up to 200%, I believe. We were on, what was the highest we made it? 40?
Yeah.
And we were like, whoa, this is tough. Well, we got to the third wave on 40, but tough. We need a fourth person in there.
We had to work to get there too, because like on 20 we didn't do too well until we kind of gave it a little practice.
Yeah, well, like you said, you needed to get used to the weapons that you were getting, and you got used to the weapons that you were getting, and we made it through. So yeah, there's an adjustment with the weapons you get. So I agree. But I love Salmon Run so much. I could play Salmon Run all the time. I just love the challenge of that, and I love horde modes in games, so I'm all about that.
What was that game that was like Left 4 Dead? That it came out already, right?
Yeah, that
came out. And...
piece of work.
Did you play it?
Yeah, Back 4 Blood.
Okay. Next,
it should have been Left 4 Dead. I didn't like Back 4 Blood.
No.
It felt like a worse version of Left 4 Dead. What else I play? Fortnite, of course. I played Fortnite.
Can you please tell everyone what happened while you were playing Fortnite? with your family?
Did you poop yourself?
Oh, so I play with my family a lot, and then usually it's my mom, my cousin, and my cousin's daughter. My cousin's daughter was going to concerts this week, so it was just most of the time.
Multiple concerts?
She did, yeah. She saw Blue Monday. Is that the song or the band? I always get that mixed up.
New Order.
New Order. She saw New Order.
Nice.
Because they were at Barclays, I think, and she saw somebody else I don't remember, but last night was New Order.
That's cool.
But anyway, so that meant it was my mom, my cousin, and me, which is totally fine. Usually when it's the four of us, my cousin's kid is an absolute killer, and I am not a crazy killer, but I can hold my own, and we work together to protect the other two people. What this was one protecting two, so it was tough, but we had a ton of fun. But anyway, we're playing,
It's like
and
an
my
level game.
my cousin, hi, oh dude, that's you. I saw a new icon pop up. I was gonna say hi to whoever it was. It's you. Hi. So my cousin absolutely loves what's the name of the location?
Was it something?
Logjam.
Twisted
yeah.
Towers.
Logjam, whatever Logjam is now.
I was gonna say Faulty Towers. I don't know.
He loves Logjam, like loves it. And in Fortnite, you can plant trees to get items. His tree is at Logjam. All of our trees are at Logjam. But anyway, every time we go into the game, he wants to go to Logjam. And I mark Logjam. We go to Logjam. And I was like, there's so many other places. So at one point, I was like, we're going to Logjam again. And my cousin was like, I like Logjam. My mom is like, Logjam's where my tree is. I was like, I know, but there's a million other places. And my cousin's like, well, we don't have to go to Logjam. And my mom goes, yeah, we don't have to go to Logjam because you're being a bitch about it. She called me a bitch. I was like, whoa! And she started laughing.
Man, it took 40 years, but she's finally standing her
and
ground.
my cousin was laughing, and I was laughing at it too. It was just funny because my mom has never called me a bitch before, so it was funny. And then 15 minutes later, my cousin's kid came online to play, and we're talking. We always ask everybody, "How was your day?" Blah blah blah. My cousin's kid was like, "How was your day, Rami?" And I was like, "Well, my mom called me a bitch in Fortnite," and she started laughing, and my mom was like, "No, I didn't." And I was like, are you kidding me? So I said to my cousin, can you please explain? And my cousin goes, I don't remember. And I was like, you two have to be kidding me. My mom was like, I said you were acting bitchy. And I was like, no, the whole point was you called me a bitch. I was like, this is gaslighting. This is gaslighting right now. So the only one that knows it happened is me, because my mom says she called me bitchy, but I know she knows she didn't, because she laughed uncontrollably when she said it.
I mean, it doesn't really sound like something your mom would say. So.
It doesn't, which is why it was so funny. But I've never heard her call anyone a bitch.
I haven't either, which is why I find your
a
story
fool.
questionable.
So she calls people fools all the time.
She must have really meant it then.
She just thought it was funny, or she really meant it. Yeah, maybe that was it.
It was very funny because.
Oh yeah, you know what? I can plug in my phone.
In the mornings, we usually like raw meat goes to bed as I'm like getting up. So it's like
shut up.
So it's like 5:45 in the morning. And I had just gotten my coffee and I'm just sitting in bed, like trying to wake up before I go about my morning stuff. And so Raw Meat and I are having just chit chatting. And all of a sudden he was like, I said something that was like, he was upset about. And then he just looks at me and he goes, in the dim light of the bedroom in the morning, also my mom called me a bitch last night while we were playing Fortnite.
And this is
so sad and hysterical.
It's one of the hardest Mom Brain has ever laughed. This is literally the tail end of the laugh. There you go. There you go. So Mom Brain thought it was very funny, as did my mom, and then she pretended she didn't say it.
That is the best way to start a day.
Right?
Good old hearty laugh.
It was. It really was. It really was.
Pipple Butter says sounds like a cat. It does at one point.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was my Fortnite experience this week. I need to look up the name of this game because I forget it every time.
Splatoon 3.
Okay. There's a game that's been going around TikTok for like a month now, and it's finally out. I saw the early coverage of it, but now it's out, so I got it. Have any of you seen or heard of Trombone Champ?
Oh, baby.
I haven't.
It's a game like, Guitar Hero or something like that, but you're playing a trombone.
Mm-hmm.
It's only on the computer. You control the slide of the trombone with the mouse, and then you can click the mouse to lock in notes, or you can hit any key on the keyboard. The thing is, the game is made to be incredibly funny because the trombone sounds really funny when you're trying to play it and line up the instrument or line up the notes correctly. So I got it this week because Mom Brain and I have cried from laughing at the trailers for it and people playing it. And there are legitimately sometimes when I'm playing the game that I mess up where it sounds so funny that I was laughing too hard to continue playing. It is fantastic. It is really fun. It's $15 on Steam. I know it's getting really popular right now, but oh my God, is it fantastic. What did I play for you today, Mom Brain?
Old Lang Syne, as per my request, The Old Gray Mare, and God Save the King.
I'm gonna do a trailer so you can hear it. You get the idea.
And how do you control it with the mouse?
The mouse. I'm talking to my phone. The mouse is you move the mouse up and down to slide the trombone in and out, but there's a line on the left and the notes are up and down on that line. So I have to line up your marker with the line, and then you click to hold for the length of the line. And the longer you hold, the more the guy runs out of breath. So the note goes like as you go on. And you're supposed to, like, there are times when you're supposed to slide the notes, so you move the mouse up and down, but it's like, so it's just great. It is very funny. It's fun to play. It'd be a great one to watch other people play. But yeah, the collection of songs are all, royalty-free songs, but it makes it better.
The Switch with the IR thing.
A lot of people are saying, please bring it to every console.
No, but the Switch is like perfect.
I thought of motion controls for it too. I was thinking about that last night, and I think that would be great. Any kind of like actual movement. But the game is really funny with the royalty-free songs because they're songs everybody knows, like Mom Brain saying, Camptown Races and Old Gray Mare. And
what games use the IR
what
sensor
games
other than 1-2 switch to eat a sandwich?
Nintendo Labo. Great.
Let's bring this game over.
I'm sure there will be a port at some point. Will it use the IR sensor or motion controls? I don't know. Hopefully. But yeah, it's great. A lot of fun with that. I don't know. I think that's it. I think that's all that I played. I didn't play anything on other systems. I never touched.
Did you see what Nintendo said about your mom calling you a bitch?
No. Nintendo. Oh, look at that, Nicky. Oh, that's great.
Oh, man.
How far am I going up here?
Is that the Bears wedding?
No. It was
Mom Brain.
Vitamin G's.
You're gonna have to get good, he said.
I believe he said call your it was Joe Shabadoo. I'm sorry. Call yourself a son of a bitch. That'll show her.
I'll remember that. Yes, Nintendo, I did see you get good, and I commented on it. Yeah, but I think that's it for me this week, as far as I know.
Roth's Pusheen playing the trombone.
I do love Pusheen. All right, everybody, we got some questions. Send your questions to goninpod@gmail.com.
Where?
goninpod@gmail.com. They can be about Nintendo. They can be about video games in general, or they can be about whatever the hell you want. This week is actually a double. Double as in I randomly picked a question from Patreon and I randomly picked a question from regular questions, and they both come from GekkouKitsune. So here we go. GekkouKitsune's regular question. Hi, Pod Gang. I got a question. Have you ever seen a UFO or had a paranormal experience?
No.
I want to.
Be careful what you wish for.
I had a situation a long time ago now.
Oh, do I know this?
I don't know. I was like No, you probably don't. I was in middle school.
Oh my God, I'm excited.
And I mean, at the time, I had watched many episodes of Unsolved Mysteries.
And Twilight Zone too, probably.
Probably, yeah. I was going through like an aliens/UFO phase, and I think was doing a research project on that.
Go ahead, Mom Rain. Go ahead.
This song terrifies me. So,
As it should.
So I was sitting in Spanish class in middle school, and I felt like something like at the back of my head, and I went to like kind of rub it, and there was like a bump, and I like was like, oh, is that like a zit, or like what is that? And I like, kept like worrying at it, and ended up pulling out of my own scalp something that didn't appear to be like a zit or like I don't know. I felt like it was like plasticky or like funky. It didn't feel like something that like my body would make, and I freaked out because I was certain at the time that aliens had abducted me and placed something in my head. I want to say it was like the size of a grain of rice. And I never really figured it out. I never really like, oh my God. And I think this might be the first time I've ever like spoken about it out loud, but there was always a little part of me that thought like,
maybe it was some kind of ectoplasm.
Yeah. Or like a tracker.
Definitely.
And I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Wow.
I don't know. And then the other thing was once I was driving, I don't want to say exactly where, but it was actually near Nicky Hill's parents' house. So you can get an idea, you guys, of like where I was. And the sound outside of the car was like, it was like a very like low kind of like bass vibrating sound.
Mike.
And it could have very well been like bugs, cicadas, whatever, but it didn't sound like that. And I remember thinking to myself,
sounds carry out there.
Yeah.
So
And I kept thinking like, was that like a UFO or like, did I hear some kind of weird thing? That's my experience.
You're gonna play the Monster Mash?
Those are the stories that I've read about and heard about, or that really creep me out, are like experiences where people are traveling somewhere and then they have in a moment, hasn't happened to me, and it would probably scare the crap out of me, but like in an instant they're pulled off on the side of the road in a different place than where they were driving. And like, I've definitely been driving where I get like tunnel vision, and like I get farther down the road, I'm like, how did I get here?
I think that happens to everybody. Yeah.
But this is like they're in a different place, pulled over, and they look at the clock, and like hours have passed.
Oh, wow.
And that freaks me out.
That has not happened to me.
But yeah, nothing else paranormal or extraterrestrial has ever happened.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah.
The rest of us are lame.
I'm kind of jealous of your mom.
I know, yeah.
Supernatural.
My mom
I don't know
has.
if you want to be jealous of that, because like she's experiencing stuff. If you had her power, you couldn't touch revolutionary cannon because you'd feel
my mom supposedly,
we all know how you love touching those revolutionary cannons.
I do. She lives for it. Yeah. My mom supposedly has some sort of connection to the other world, or she's force sensitive. I don't know, something's up with her, but that could be a whole podcast in and of itself, because there are some stories you would not believe, like the one where she called me a bitch. We also have a Patreon question.
Ghost was calling you a bitch, honey.
Did you know that you could join the Patreon
for
$1? For $1. Thank you, Billy. What did we talk about this week on Patreon? Wrestling and all the fun stuff going on there. The craziness with Twitch. We talked about that. Albums, music releases.
That's what I was thinking.
For $1, go over there, see what's going on. GekkouKitsune says, do you remember what the first game you beat or finished was, or one that really sticks out to you? I can't say for sure, what my first one really was, but one that I consider to be one of the first is Donkey Kong Country. The Super Nintendo was the first console I got that wasn't a hand-me-down from my brother. My parents got the DKC SNES bundle for me on my birthday from Sears in 1996.
Ooh.
I'm proud to say I got fooled by that fake credits screen. That's right. Yeah, a little sneaky there at the end. First game I beat, I don't know, probably Super Mario Brothers. It had to be. I mean, you don't beat Pac-Man, and I played that a lot. You don't beat Spy Hunter, and I played that a lot.
I've ever played because I'm RMC, so obviously the first game I ever played was
you
the
don't
game I
beat
beat
Duck
first.
Hunt. You don't beat Tetris. So I'm gonna say it was the original Super Mario Brothers. Yeah.
I still never beat Super Mario Brothers.
Me
That-
either.
Me either.
Can't you do it?
You either? Really?
No, I've done it. I had to look. I had to look like in, it might have even been
Inside
after
yourself?
college. I had to look online to like figure out how to get through that last castle, but I've done it.
The last castle? Why? Oh, yeah.
'Cause it's like
It's
a
a weird
maze.
order. Yeah. You're
I
right.
never realized until your birthday celebration that
Mario's got a brother.
Legend of Zelda 2 what is it? The Adventure of Link
Yeah.
is how much of that game is taken from Super Mario Brothers, like the dungeons and stuff or whatever. Like you're inside, it's like it's the
They
same
did the side
environment.
scrolling.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the same walls and the same like fireballs and stuff like that. It's crazy.
They're very similar. They are very similar.
Sorry.
And then there's a flute in that game, which was later used in Super Mario Brothers 3 with the same song.
Oh, that's right. I'd have to say-
The warp whistle?
Warp whistle. First games beaten. Anybody?
I'd have to say that probably Kung Fu for me on the NES.
Wow.
I just remember playing the crap out of it. As a child, I was obsessed with karate kicks. I don't know what, like I never took a karate lesson in my life. I was too,
As a child?
I think it's time.
I was too, as your mom would say, much of a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
As a kid to do that, but like I was obsessed. Forget punching either. Karate kicks only. I had GI Joes.
Punching is for losers.
Everybody was karate kicking everybody off the
What is that
bookshelf.
called? New
And what is what called?
New Block? What is it called?
Oh, Nuzlocke.
Nuzlocke.
Nuzlocking?
Sorry.
You were Nuzlocking.
Nuzlocke and
I
G.I.
was
Joes. Yeah.
Nuzlocking with GI Joes back then.
Just kicking like
Ninja
karate
kicks
kicks only.
Yeah. So when I played Kung Fu, when I got Kung Fu, forget it. It was like a dream come true. It was like my favorite thing in the world, and it stunk because you got 100 points less for kicking them than you did for punching them.
Oh,
But I didn't care. I just kicked crap out of them.
Yeah, who
But,
cares about points?
But yeah,
It's more
so,
about the passion of kicking someone.
So I went, I would go through and kick everybody through the 5 levels, and Sylvia would be tied to the chair, and she'd be like, "Help me, Thomas," and he'd be
Kick
like,
me,
"Sylvia," and and then you get to Mr. X.
Now, was it always just your basic kick, or were you a fan of all kinds of kicks, like a crane kick and a spinning kick and a split kick
Roundhouse.
and a roundhouse and a?
I liked all kinds of kicks.
All right.
Yeah, all kinds of kicks.
I think we can all agree that kicks are cooler than punches.
Oh my god!
I mean, I think it's a hands down thing.
When
Like,
I
literally, just kicks are cooler.
I love Jean-Claude Van Damme movies because of the kicks.
Because of all the kicks.
Yeah, like he was just a big kicker. I was into like, the karate kick and like the spin kick and the split kick. And then when Tekken 2 came out and I got to play as King, the lion-headed wrestler,
Yeah.
he had something called the convict kick. And I still do that today in my basement for fun.
What is that one? Is that like a?
I think it's like forward circle.
But what does he do?
It's a very basic kick. It's just like kind of a. I could demonstrate it for you if I had
Oh
room,
my
but I
God,
don't.
I wish we did.
But yeah, no, it's kind of just like a forward kick almost. But yeah,
I'm a big fan of the pump kick. I love a pump kick. There's just-
Pumpkin.
I was gonna say, dude. I remember you
Pump kick spice.
describing King to me. And you were all like, King was from like the jungle. You were like describing how badass he is.
Him and Jungle Rat Rob.
That's
Yeah,
so
exactly.
good. That's so.
Did you love the
funny.
jungle as a kid? Anything jungle related?
I was a big. I probably saw Predator before I should have seen it, and
Oh, okay, well, that makes sense.
so I was like
Yep.
into. I don't know why I was like into jungles, and like I was into GI Joe, and a lot of that stuff took place in jungles too, and like It's like
That's
a lot of
true,
that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
I mean, you're not wrong. There's something cool about a jungle setting.
yeah, I don't know.
Like
I'm
I
into
love
it.
the idea of a jungle setting.
And like I don't know
Convict
how it
kick
is
looks
for.
like a very forceful kick. It's just like a solid.
Oh, you got the
connection.
you got the
Where you like
convict
throw
kick.
your arms back.
So I think we're all in agreement.
Only one arm's going
Kicking
back,
is cool.
but it's kind of like
Jungles
a,
are cool.
Yeah.
Kicking in the jungle is
it's
really
like a
cool.
Jungle
shuffle.
is
It's
really
like a
cool.
shuffle forward and then bring it
Okay.
home.
Okay.
I don't know what it's like for young boys growing up now, but like
Guns.
for us, it was like no, it was like all guns and like toy soldiers
Listen.
and fast cars and stuff. I mean, it's probably the same,
lots
but
of
like
vehicles.
so I was into like like blowing stuff up and shooting like not real guns, but like pretending I was shooting guns and like making machine gun noises while holding like a rake or something. Like that was like what I was into. So anything with like soldiers in a jungle and like big muscles and like the 80s just did Sergeant Slaughter couldn't exist.
just gonna say Sergeant Slaughter.
Like he couldn't exist any other time than when he came out, kind of thing. Like it's just so ridiculous. But at that time, it was like as a young boy, what you wanted to.
What
be.
more could you want than jungles and kicks and guns
The
and
convict
explosions?
kick.
Yeah, the convict kick is great.
I wanted to go in here in the chat and say games people were picking as their first completions. Anastasia Beaver has and says Tom and Jerry for the PS1. Hylian Tom says, oh no, never mind. Adventure says Ice Dilbert, the Atari game. Super Mario World for Keith. Link's Awakening. Nope, that's just talking about the ending. Drake, I could talk a lot about that because I love that ending as well. Anybody else here at the table got a ending, game ending they remember a lot, or their first game that they beat?
It might not have been the first game I ever beat, but I do have like a pretty vivid memory of beating like Kirby's Dream Land.
That's funny. I
Your
really
Dream
remember
Land.
beating that game too.
So I would have been like 10 at the time, I guess. I wonder if I beat Kirby's Dream Land.
I used to sit on that sound test screen and listen to King DDD's theme on repeat all the time. I love that song.
It is
Still do.
pretty-
That's the one. And then years later, they gave it a whole new section, and that section is good too. Whatever. Mom Brain, you had a game?
Mhm.
Cat trap.
Has anyone beat Cat Trap?
I have, and my mother has. I remember it
that last
vividly.
level is like ridiculous.
Ocarina of Time, I believe, was the first.
First game you
I ever
beat?
beat.
Wow, really?
Oh.
Yeah,
Never a Mario or a Barbie or a.
never played Barbie game.
Oh.
Thanks.
Mine was probably like a Xbox game or something because I don't think I beat anything on the Nintendo Entertainment System or the Game Boy. But I played that stuff constantly. Well, not constantly, but I did play it sometimes.
Hey,
Nintendo says Donkey Kong Country or Super Mario World. Piplup says Link's Awakening or Ocarina of Time. Anastasia Beaverhazen says I escaped the factory and got into the stockyard in Abe's Odyssey over and over again, but I didn't beat it until I was like 15. ET for Atari 2600 says Hiley and Tom. Huh?
Oh, wow.
In most.
I think that I don't know. It was on sale still this week. I don't know if it's still there though.
That's the only reason I got it. I mean, it looks. I like the graphical style. I'm worried about how clunky the controllers are going to be, but
9 out of 10 on Steam.
it was like
supposed to be good.
It
Yeah,
was like $2. So
It's
supposed to be very good. It's one of those games that unfortunately got lost in the mix. Like it came out, there were other really big things that were coming out when that came out. So
But it
kinda got
also-
lost.
It also kind of gives the impression for some people that it's almost like a Inside or what's that other one?
Limbo,
but it's not.
yeah,
It's a platformer.
Yeah. More Celeste-ish, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, really? Like a tough one?
Oh, I don't mean that. I'm talking about just gameplay wise, that kind of platform. All right, well there you go. GekkouKitsune, you dominated the questions this week, and we were happy to answer. All right, let's do some music.
I got music. You want to hear it?
Goodbye.
You want to hear it? Oh.
Send your music to GoNinPod@gmail.com.
For $1.
GoNinPod@gmail.com. Put music in the title to help Mom Brain out. You guys are keeping that number up there close to 200. I like seeing that every week because we always do more, yet there's still almost, it was like 196 or something when I went in there today. So thank you. Keep sending them. Keep sending them because we can't do music without you.
Sending them.
Mom Brain, let's
Yes.
do some musics.
All right. Our first song comes from Mikey3319.
Where? Kirby.
No.
Not Kirby. Portable?
No.
Super Nintendo?
Yes.
Bad quality.
Star Wars.
No.
Oh, yeah, not first party.
It's definitely not.
Square. It's not very good for Square.
Sony Electronic Publishing Company.
Sony, yeah. What did they do? Sony made the sound chip in the Super Nintendo. Sony games at that time were more licensed. Hook?
No.
I can't remember. I know. Is it a licensed game?
I guess. Yeah. I mean, I guess.
That's their logo used to be like a
Bram
feather
Stoker's
or
Dracula.
something.
It is Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Hey, good for you.
But the
So
Super
licensed, yeah.
Nintendo,
How's
yeah.
that not licensed?
Well,
based
I
on
didn't
the
know if
movie,
it was
right?
like a public domain
No, it was
at
the
this
movie.
stage of the game.
Bram.
It was tied in with.
It
the
was
movie.
Francis
Yeah.
Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula. Yeah.
Bram Coppola's Francis
See, I
Ford.
knew the
Dracula.
Dracula.
the
Dra-
Nintendo-
Dracula.
the NES version of that, but I don't know
Francis
much
Ford
of it.
Dracula.
That's correct. Okay, our next song comes from Jess I.
Focus all text.
Thank you, Jess. I.
Well, hold on, that video was unavailable.
DraftKings.
Don't worry, there's another one.
How does that keep happening?
They get copyright or whatever. Ready to start eating
Nintendo
healthy?
cracks down on all that, right?
Time for the
If it's a first party,
Cracking.
sometimes, like I still listen to first party stuff on YouTube, no
Pokemon.
problem.
No,
Shantae?
no.
Don't you dare besmirch Shantae. This is not anywhere near Shantae level. But I get the Arabian feeling, the desert feeling.
Is this license?
Prince of Persia.
I don't even know what system this is. That drum is a drum sample. I can't place this system at all. Go ahead, tell me.
Mega Man.
Oh, is it like 64?
It is 64.
All right, so something worldly. San Francisco Rush.
No,
Cruising the world.
no.
Is it a race thing? Oh, I mean, you don't.
not a race.
War Gods.
No,
Mace the Dark Ages.
no.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we probably would.
I'm sorry, it's not a racing game, you said?
It's
What is
not.
this? Not first party, is it?
No,
Mischief Makers.
no,
Winback. I just
No.
played that.
Sin and Punch.
no.
Battle Tanks.
Nope.
Oh, I hate it so much. Go ahead. I don't want to hear it anymore.
Fighter's Destiny.
I
cover
remember
art
seeing it. Yeah.
Who looks like a redheaded John Cena?
Nice.
Wearing
Yeah,
boxing gloves.
I never played it, but I remember seeing that at the rental store, and it used to make the cover used to make me angry.
Well, yeah, the
Wow,
cover
apparently
makes
the
me
soundtrack
angry.
makes you angry too.
I was right to be angry.
All right, this one comes from Ask Me. Let me just turn the volume down a
Ask
little bit,
me.
please.
All right, I hope it's Super Nintendo, but it's
Never-ending
really
story.
bad.
It's not.
Is it 64?
Nope.
What is this?
Game Boy.
No. Incorrect. Wrong.
Wrong.
This is a MIDI version of something on the Game Boy.
Okay, well, I'm just I'm just working with what I've been given here.
It's not
If
never
the
ending
Game Boy
story.
could do this, a hell of a system.
Yeah, now I'm trying to like.
I got
imagine this like on an actual game.
I got no clue. Yeah, I want to hear that.
Yeah, but this is-
All right, are we giving up?
Yeah.
Balloon Kid.
Oh, okay. Balloon Knot.
That's correct.
Balloon.
Knot.
And that's
Wait, Balloon Kid isn't the same as Balloon Fight, right? Or
I don't think so.
to tell you the truth, I don't know. It is.
oh, okay.
Now that's how a Game Boy sounds. Yeah, this is nice. That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, makes me want to buy some balloons.
Trying to find that particular song.
Nice.
Never played that. Balloon Kid and Balloon Fight, same thing. There you go.
Balloon
Now we all learned something today, guys.
Okay. This song comes from our friend Spaniel 53,
Hello, Spaniel,
Who
like Cocker
never-
Spaniel.
who never disappoints with the formatting.
Well, that is a Super Nintendo sound.
It is.
And that is a Capcom sound. It's even got a Capcom feel to it. If I'm going to stake my life on this being Capcom.
Okay.
Aladdin.
No.
Is it a Disney franchise?
I don't think so.
Good guess. Is it? You don't think so, or no?
No, it's not Disney.
Is it a Mega Man?
No.
It's using the Mega Man sound on Capcom, Super Nintendo, and it's not Disney, and it's not Mega Man. Holy moly!
Start it over.
What else? Some fighting game.
I don't know.
It doesn't sound like a fighting game.
Wait, so it's Capcom and it's.
It sounds like a boss. I don't know.
It's
Is it a boss
it's
fight?
definitely Super Nintendo. I'm saying it's Capcom. I really believe it to be Capcom.
Like,
Gargoyle Demon.
Demon's Crest or something? Nope.
Running through Capcom in my head on Super Nintendo.
It's Kitara.
Go ahead. I don't know.
Breath of Fire 2.
Capcom.
Oh, that's.
Didn't play RPGs back then, so yep. Capcom.
Breathe that fire twice.
Let's do one more.
One.
I could have thought of that. I could have thought of that.
But you didn't.
I forgot about Breath of Fire.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I forgot about that too.
Here comes a song from Steister.
Resident Evil 4.
No,
Is it a Resident Evil?
it is not.
Is it Metal Gear?
Nope.
I like both of those guesses. What system? Switch?
Yeah.
Or F, boys.
Nonsense.
First party?
No.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
No.
Astral Chain? I don't know.
No.
If that sounds
First party.
What's the other one? Is there a different one?
Different one.
Is Astral Chain the one?
Platinum and Nintendo.
Platinum.
Oh, we've looped over and we don't know. So, all right. We don't know.
I don't think anybody's played it really like a whole lot. Overwatch.
I have not played it at all.
I'm definitely not familiar with the music.
That was from Steister.
And Overwatch 2 is coming out very soon. Well, everybody did a good job stumping us this week.
6 out of 9. 6
stumped
out of
us.
9, boys.
Oh, man. What a bummer.
Stumped
Do
us
you have
real
something to lift
nice.
their spirits at the end of the show here?
I wish I did, but this just came across the desk and it's not looking good, ladies and gentlemen. So we heard about that Nuzlocke challenge that was shut down from Kit and Krista by Nintendo themselves. Turns out it was Miyamoto who did it because he doesn't like fun and he shut it down, worried that too much fun would ruin the ultimate fun of his video game.
Did he say anything to them?
He said, it's not Miyamoto. It's not Yuamoto, it's Miyamoto. is what he said.
Oh, all right. So he's like breaking up with them.
when you're breaking up with someone.
Also, there's no song or anything that goes?
Sorry. Dues views. It's never news. Rumor of the week starred Du Michaels.
Mom Brain, thank you, Du. If I ever break up with Du, that's what I'm going to say. Listen, it's not Miyamoto. It's not Yuamoto. It's Miyamoto.
Okay.
Oh my God. You think he ever said that to a girlfriend?
Guarantee you he said that to many
He's
girlfriends.
broken many hearts over the years. All right, guys. That's what we got for you. I give it a solid. I give it a solid 5.8 today. 5.8.
So mid.
Very mid. Your comment on this being a mid podcast was a very based take, Kirby. So. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. All right, after show. One of you guys got something you want to talk? You wanted to curse at the beginning of the show. You remember that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was.
We got it now. Can you do it?
It was a joke. It was it's a Norm Macdonald joke
Tell
that
it.
I screwed it up, but he was like, and you know how he tells it too, because he tells it like he's in a conversation, but he was like, you know how they say that your porno name is your middle name and the street you grew up on, and he's like, and he's like, yeah, it turns out my porno name is Dick Fuckington. And I just thought that was funny because
You're right. I mean, it is funny, but the way Norm delivers it makes it that much funnier.
Of his where he had gained weight and he was talking to somebody and he was like, "Yeah, I went to my doctor and he told me
I just saw this one.
You're really fat and you got to get your health in control or else blah blah blah." And the person he was talking to was like, "Well, what was the joke?" He's like, "He's not a comedian. Why would you expect her to be a joke?"
It's my doctor.
Yeah, he's my doctor.
Yeah.
Like the way he talks, everything is like a punch, to lead up to a punch.
I just saw a TikTok of Norm, but it was Norm talking to Bob Saget. I was like, this is a disappointing TikTok. Man, oh man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like Artie was saying, I mean, this was like back in December or whatever, but he was like, who would have thought that like out of all those people in dirty work, I'd be the last one left alive, like Norm and Bob Saget and Chris Farley and Don Rickles. Well, I could see that. And then the other old guy, Jack something.
The chat is now giving their porn names.
Yes.
The chat's giving their porn names. What is it? Your first pet in the street you grew up on?
Careful with that information.
Well, I always thought it was your middle name and the street you grew up on.
Oh, your middle name and the street you grew up on.
But yeah, I think in the joke he did pet and the street.
Well, if it's pet, then my porn name would be Buster Beechwood.
That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, right. It is pretty good. Buster Beechwood, baby.
Look at that.
Chat, what are you up to this week? Or this weekend? Tell me what you got going on. I never talk to you and ask you at the end what you're doing. I want to hear what you're up to this weekend. Fill me in. Wow, Roth would be Rock Street. Wow,
that's great.
Splatfest says Piplup Water. Yes, Splatfest. If there's anything right in this world, how do I say this? Long story short, Team Grub should win. That's the answer. Grub should win. Down with Team Gear. Down with Team Fun. I love fun, but Desert Island here. You need Grub. Grub needs to win.
Yeah, you're not gonna have fun.
Oh, Piplup Water says Team Gear. How dare you? No.
You can't eat that.
You need Grub, Mr. Grub.
Yeah, see, I'm going by what would help me personally, because like I could have all the gear in the world. Sorry, I'm not catching a fish. I'm not, sniping an eagle, climbing
Man, that
a
eagle looks
tree to get
tasty.
like coconuts, and I mean, I would be dead and useless. So give me the Takis and the
Yeah.
moon peas, and I'll
Takis and moon peas.
and
that's
I'll
all I need.
use like the wrappers, like the bags that they come in, to make like a blanket for myself.
By the way, Giant Reggie brought up Jeff Grubb. I do want to say, did you see that Mr. Grubb apologized?
I didn't see that, really.
Mr. Grubb
That should've
made
been
a
a
video
top story.
apologizing. Yes, where he said they got carried away. He should have verified the source on some of the stuff, and he didn't. And they apologized for it, and they won't let it happen again. So he apologized.
But that means that it's definitely not happening then. So that's really sad.
No, that doesn't. No. This was about one part in particular, and I forget what part. But the Metroid thing wasn't involved in that. The Zelda thing maybe was, but Metroid wasn't.
Well, the Zelda thing's what
I
want.
Oh, okay. Well then, sorry.
That's all right.
But
At
yeah,
least
he
it-
did
at
put out
least
an
he apologized.
apology
That's
video.
kinda cool.
Also, that's another thing. I was going to talk about all this stuff. Who heard about that guy that was a leaker, an inside source, and he accidentally tweeted on his main account and revealed who he was?
Oops.
Oh,
By accident. Some guy in the game industry who was like a game journalist, and he revealed who he was by accident because he tweeted on the main account, and then he deleted both accounts, and then he put out an apology video, and he's like, I did it for the clout. I apologize. It was a mistake. I got caught up in it. Blah, blah, blah. It was like, he's like,
Holy cow.
I made up half the stuff, and the other half was educated guesses. He's like, I don't know why I did it. Something's wrong with me. So I was like,
man,
oh man, people are falling apart. All the Twitch stuff that's been going on this month. Twitch has been a disaster this whole month. Gambling and sexual allegations and
See, they're resetting the internet.
money issues and like, oh my god, terrible stuff. It's been bad. Yes, the Ubisoft guy. You're right. Yeah, because Ubisoft. This was the previous guy who leaked stuff. Ubisoft was like, well, yeah. We're aware this guy said who he is. We're gonna look into this now. So he's gonna be in trouble. But Ubisoft, something up here? Oh, I thought you were handing it to me. Twitch. I mean, the Twitch drama this whole month has been too much to recap. Like I said, there's been sexual assault stuff. There's been money issues. There's been people on the Twitch team taking payments from streamers to keep stuff hush hush. There's been the whole gambling situation and like. Finally came to a head, huh?
What gambling?
Gambling has been a thing on Twitch for a while now, but it's like gambling with skins and games and all this stuff. But now next month they're officially stopping all gambling related streams. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Gambling with skins, as in like what skins?
There's
are
like Counter-Strike skill, like a whole bunch of games you can do gambling stuff. It's gambling. I shouldn't put it in quotes. It is gambling.
But what do they gamble on?
What do you mean? It's like loot boxes and stuff like that, and loot crates, and
like I bet you this is going to be in there. Oh, it wasn't. Give me
no,
the
you
money.
spend real money and you pull a virtual slot machine basically, and you get stuff.
Oh, like a okay.
But then there's more stuff related to more traditional gambling, not exactly traditional gambling, but yeah, millions of dollars going around and all this stuff, and it's crazy. But yeah, bad month for Twitch, bad month for game developers, bad month for leakers who are liars, and
good month for Moonbees.
Listen,
Moonbees.
We got the only real deal here. We got Deux.
Thank you.
Rumor of the week.
Thank you very much.
Very trusted source.
That means a lot.
All right, everybody. That's what we got for you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Go play some games. Hang out with friends and family. Rest, relax. You deserve it. We'll see you next week. And I did it again.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. We out.